Following day indeed. Hello, welcome back to Rada. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Riddle Joker. I don't know why I was like slightly tilted there. I said rotated at an angle, not tilted. Tilted would have been this, or me screaming. Anyways, yeah, hello, welcome back to Rada. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Riddle Joker. Part 3 of Mayu-Route. Wonder if we can actually finish it today. That would actually be kind of nice. Also, beer. A lot of it. I only will drink 3 of them, though, because I need the other 3 for tomorrow, for the little family evening. Makes it sound like I can't stand my family without being drunk, but it's literally just a case of, yes, we're gonna sit together, have a nice, have a nice, like, dinner. Like, I don't know if you know what it is, but raclette. Basically that. And alcohol goes well with that. So I want to have alcohol with that. So understandably, I'll save some of the alcohol from the day for that. Also, I don't know if any of y'all know this. I also have this tradition, but we in Germany on New Year's Day will always drink champagne. Not champagne, but like sparkling wine. I don't know the difference right now. Anyways, yeah. So of course, as a dumb little kid, I would always completely like take advantage of that to just like drink as much as I possibly could. Yeah. Now I don't have to take advantage of that anymore. Do I still take advantage of that? Yes. We have a whole bottle of sparkling wine for tomorrow, and everyone aside from me will probably only drink 1 glass. I will drink what's left over, and then I'll probably make a New Year's video. By the way, when this video comes out, it should already be 2021. Let's hope all the bad things go away real quick. Okay, it'll probably take until at least like what, March? What do you guess? I don't fucking know. Anyways, the following day. What's up? We're spending our lunch break together today. After finishing our meals and discussing plans, we relax in the courtyard. She wants to ask me a question, but she's been very hesitant about it. Yeah. Now that I'm forced to recall yesterday's confession, I feel the embarrassment rushing back to me. What about it? Well, I figured if we told them the whole truth, you probably would have fainted from embarrassment. We could tell them the full truth eventually, but for now, that explanation should suffice. I smiled, feeling a bit proud of how I handled the situation. But Maya's mood doesn't seem to lighten up at all. I'd actually prefer that. As sad as it is, I'm still learning the ABCs of relationships. So if you rely on me, I'll rely on you to rely on me, if that makes any sense. Pretty sure all guys get super happy when a girl relies on them. Doubly so when it's a beautiful older girl like you, Maya. That also kind of bothers me a little. Sometimes I wonder if, well, I can even do anything for you since I'm younger than you and all. You know, You know, not like Kotori, I guess. Is that jealousy I sense? Sorry, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I just get so embarrassed and I'm stumbling over words. Just forget what I... My face grows hot as I apologize, but she suddenly interrupts me with a shout. Yes?
ならってわけじゃないんだけど、お願いしてもいいかな。
Sure. After throwing it back to her, I felt my heart rate starting to climb. The same hesitance is still present, but her eyes now seem watery, something they weren't a moment ago.
胸に抱いてほしい。
I don't know why I did that. Her request comes out as a faint whisper, like how you did to me. It was originally something Kotori did for her, and now she's asking me to do it instead. I'll be glad to. I immediately embrace her as I feel my body growing exceedingly hot. I brush her soft hair and press her face to my chest while hugging her tighter. Tight enough, I hope, that she can hear the beating of my heart. Feel better? Mayu? Sorry, I can't do anything about that. I'm a guy. That's an excuse. Man titties are a thing. They're nothing desirable, though.
男の人の胸なんだね。硬くて広くてあったかくてもっと甘えたくなっちゃう。
Mayu?
いい？
Sure. There's still a bit of reservation, and her body is still very stiff. But she tilts her head and rubs her cheek against me. A sweet display of affection.
実はずっとこうして欲しかったの。こうさせて欲しかったの。
Honestly, I think we're both just too concerned with appearances. Especially Mayu, whose reservation likely stemmed from the fact that she's an adult who's repeated 2 years of school. That most likely brought out those extreme fits of embarrassment, and also likely was the reason why she tried to show off and wear an air of maturity around me. She had it in her mind that she had to act a certain way around me, because she was the older one, as she liked to say so much. Then again, I'm just as guilty as she is of trying to show off. I'd confessed my love to a girl several years older than me, and she accepted. I felt I needed to grow up if I wanted to be worthy of her. But I now know that there really wasn't any need for that at all.
これがいいな。ごめんね、サトルくん。私は年上で、サトルくんは年下だからって思ってたけど。私、やっぱり根っこがこうみたい。
Just one look at her face as she nuzzles against my chest tells me how blissful she feels right now. My heart rate is steadily climbing as each second goes on. This is what I want. It's the kind of relationship I want. Mayu, can I ask you a favor too? I want to kiss you right now. Can I? It took me a while, but I finally managed to say it. In response, she swallows her breath, turns red from ear to ear, and stares at me in astonishment.
したくなってくれたの?
Well, I've had the urge to for a few days now. And now that you're in my arms, showing your affection for me, I figured,
そっか。そうだよね。サトルくんも。
Oh, I've gone ahead and checked our surroundings, so Oh, and I've gone ahead and checked our surroundings. We won't have to worry about any eavesdroppers. No people, nor any security cameras either.
行き届いてるね。それくらいしたいって思ってくれてたってことでいい？
Yeah, but as embarrassing as it is to admit, I kept having second thoughts about whether I should ask. But I'm done holding back.
サトルくん。
ん？
私もそうだったの。
Finally, I pull it towards me with all my might and press my lips against hers. But I don't stop at just that. I rub my lips against hers passionately, relishing the long-awaited moment. Jeez. She's no different. She pecks at my lips ardently, seizing the opportunity. And she hugs me even tighter, purposefully pressing those larger breasts of hers against me. Yeah, we get it. My hair is on fire! Since I didn't actually use this CG as the thumbnail for last part, I'm gonna take this one again in case there's no other CG. Not only did I receive her lips, but an I love you as well. The act of kissing is something truly special, and that's why we were both hesitant.
私たちって本当にお互い様だね。
Love you, Mayu.
私もこれでいいんだね。
Yeah. All we had to do was get it over with, and once we did, it became something we can laugh about. Because it took us so long to get the second kiss, it makes us so happy that we've done it now. So happy that we laugh out loud.
もう一回胸に抱いてほしい。
Of course, after overcoming the struggle, all that's left is to go forward. Who's gonna show up in the background? Our lips part and I bury her face in my chest again. Mayu lowers her eyelids and shakes a little. And then... she looks up at me expectantly. After that, she stretches her head towards me and raises her chin. You want another kiss?
抱いてもらったら、サトルくんは
Me too. I smile and pull her on her waist, raising her towards me. She just frantically grabbed hold of me. And she's putting her tongue in my mouth. It's as if her joy and affection just all of a sudden burst through a dam. She wraps her tongue around mine, telling me in a way that my lips are not enough to satiate her. Help. Cease! I wrap my tongue around hers in return, I guess. She then shivers and lets out a hot breath. They're gonna be fucking soon, by God. More. I'm shivering. This just keeps getting better and better. She and I drown in a new sensation, and our desire for each other grows stronger. Never have I imagined that I'd ever experience a day like this. That I'd express my love for someone through something like this. That the person I'd be doing it with was Mayu. Please stop the kissy noises. And it won't be the last time. Nanami's just nearby like... If I do that, I'll want to kiss you again.
本当に素敵だったから思い切ってしたらサトルくん答えてくれたから私溺れちゃう。
No need to. Not to mention, Feel the same way.
溺れていいんだもんね。私たちこれでいいんだもんね。好きよ、サトルくん。好き。
Perhaps it was solely because we were so reluctant at first. Once we began, we couldn't stop. In the end, we kissed each other for the rest of our lunch break. Mayu was resting her body against mine, displaying her affection for me. It filled me with pure love and joy.
リドルジョーカー。
That became a turning point for us.
あ、サトルく
Morning, Mayu. Eating breakfast now?
ん。だから一緒に食べましょう。
Sure, I'll be glad to.
じゃあ、
It's short. It's short. It's short but sweet.
ビキ。
That one is still my favorite. That is one is still my favorite.
やだ、嘘どうしよう。サトルくん照れてる。でも可愛い。それに嬉しい。照れながらそんなこと言ってくれるなんて、これが恋なんだ。恋ってすごい。どうしよう。いいのかな。すごいすごいって。
I still count that as a noise, and I will beat anyone to death with a goddamn baseball bat who dare say otherwise.
有原くんにぴったりひっついた。だと。
Bit clingy today, huh? Oh, by the way, I forgot that I need to check these. After lab assistants was an official announcement, clingy and affectionate, and now even more clingy and affectionate.
フローチャート画面だな。
Whoops. Hold on, let's go to the common route. It does go pretty far down. It shouldn't be too much more though, I think. 2 more parts. If I really put the pedal to the metal, maybe 1. Probably not gonna do that though.
だって、サトルくんに席までエスコートしてほしいもん。ほら、夜の間はどうしても離れ離れだし、しかも朝が済んだら昼間はまた別々だから。
Good point. I guess we can do this to make up for that then. Alright, let's go.
最近なんかすごいよね、式部先輩。今までこんなところ誰にも見せてなかったもんね。こう、サトルくんに短歴し始めたっていうか、サトルくんも喜んでそれを受け入れてるっていうか。
What astute observation you've got there, Nanami. Absolutely correct. Continued even beyond this morning. Come lunch break.
サトルくん。
Huh? Are you?
来ちゃった。
Thought we agreed that I'd come get you.
早く顔見たいなって。式部先輩の腕がどんどん上がってゆく。だと。
Hazuki's like, the love levels are off the charts.
何もそんなバトルものみたいに言わなくても言いたくなる気持ちはわかりますけどね。ってわけでみんな、サトルくんは借りていくよ。あ、はい、どうぞお好きなように。お好きなようにだって。これはもう昼休みいっぱい解放するわけにはいかないね。なんて。
I've said it before, but I actually prefer that.
サトルくん、照れてる？
Well, Kana, you're becoming more flirty by the day. I can feel a bit of reluctance in her actions, and she hasn't been able to declare to everyone that we're dating. But, as you just saw, she feels comfortable enough to come to my classroom to pick me up and is flirty enough with me for others to notice. It makes me happy. Too happy! The point of embarrassment! Because I know exactly what spurred this change. It makes me feel even more fuzzy. After eating lunch in one of the dorm canteens, we come out here.
それじゃあ、サトルくん。朝言った通り、午前中は一緒にいられなかったから。
Yeah, don't worry, I know. Here, raise your chin.
その指でクイってしてくれるの。それだけで本当にドキドキしてしまうね。まぶたが勝手に降りちゃうくらい。
There we go.
お願いします。
Just presses his finger against her mouth, just to troll her. A normal lunch break for us now involves her bringing me to the courtyard and asking for kisses. Nanami was right on the money when she said, with what she said this morning. Mayu is becoming clingier with me as the days pass. A calm, mature, intelligent woman. That was my first impression of her. After finding out that we lived together in the same orphanage, I realized some of her flaws, such as her lack of social experience. Nonetheless, I still saw her as mature and respected her because of her age. That still holds true, and probably always will, since I'll always be younger than her. But our relationship is nothing like it was back then. Whoops. Like they stop, look off over to the side, and his principal is just... Is that why you made him your assistant? Is that why? No, to be quite honest, I can't really blame you for that, but still, you know, just keep it in moderation, I guess. Mayu!
ギュッとしてもらえたら。
Chateaurouge sounds like a fucking Street Fighter move. As it turns out, she's the kind of person who loves to be pampered and doted on. I can feel that so keenly, it almost gives me pleasure. What? Who in their right mind would think of this as a turn-off? The only person in the world she feels uncomfortable showing this side of herself to. Anyone would be swept away in this like I am.
それじゃあ、おやすみね、サトルくん。
Good night. See you tomorrow, Mayu. Say goodnight to Mayu with a smile as she waves to me. Dorm rules state that we aren't allowed to be together past 8 p.m. But we were lovey-dovey enough throughout the day to make up for it. Ever since dinner finished, we've been flirting out of sight from others. Even the feeling of longing I felt during our last moments with each other filled me with pure joy. Proof that I'm falling madly in love with her. Alright, time to head back to my room. I slightly jump in surprise. But where'd she come from? Did you see all that?
見られて困るようなことまでしてたの？
Slip of the tongue.
なんかもうズブッズブだよね、サトルくんも。別にいいんだけどさ、私は分かってるし、そういうものだろうし。
Seem kind of upset.
立場的にね、立場的に。市場は別に挟んでないんだけど、式部先輩という存在があっても、相方は私なわけだからね。
There's obviously more to it than that, but I'll keep my mouth shut. I guess I'm finally learning how to do that.
先輩とズブズブなこと自体は別にいいんだけど、一応任務は継続中なんだからね。忘れないでよね。
I'll just end up souring her mood even more if I try to argue with her. The wise decision here is to just nod along and agree. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Come to my room later and we can report to Dad together. Oh, my boy had sex yet? Dad, what the fuck? She's right, I'm in the middle of a mission.
俺としては今のままで構わない。派手な動きをした後だ。しばらくはおとなしくしていてくれた方がむしろ助かる。
You heard him, none of me.
何鬼の首取ったような顔してるの？
Shut up, I'm not! I'll continue doing what I have been done.
ああ、難しいところなんでな。こっちでも動いてはいるが。
Still in a hot place, I presume.
前にも言った通り、暴走の件に関してはとにかく慎重に当たる必要がある。下手にことを大きくしたら世間に知れ渡りかねない。それだけは何としても避けねばならない。
Right, because it's something that impacts every astral out there. He's trying to avoid touching on it, but the attack's aims are probably related to this.
だから学院側に伊勢小鳥の件を隠匿していた是非について迂闊に問うこともできない。したがって現状はお前という共闘補が確保できているのが一番ありがたいわけだ。
Because my connections will be useful if it comes to the negotiation if it comes to the negotiating table.
その通りだ。このラインだけは絶対に潰してくれるな。つまりまあ、まゆちゃんと仲良くやってくれよってことだな。
I know how to do that. I know to do that.
言うじゃねえか。じゃ、そんな感じでな。
So I had like a shower just earlier, and my glasses always hate me after showers. They say that as if my glasses don't usually hate me. Trying to call and swap out the SIM card, I turned to face Nanami. So basically, no change in plans.
それは違うでしょ。
Huh?
お父さん、式部先輩ともっとよろしくやれって言ったんでしょ。
Well, I guess you could interpret it that way.
けどサトルくん、まだ建前上はただの助手だよね。相変わらず。
But I am her boyfriend, without a shadow of a doubt. At least I think so.
だったらそんな不安そうな顔はしないと思う。まあ頑張って。早く名実ともに完全無欠の彼氏になれるように。
Here's the thing though, he is her boyfriend, there is no doubt there. It's just that he's a fucking embarrassed little shit. Yeah.
リドルジョーカー。
I can tangibly feel our relationship progressing as the days go by. If anything, it feels too tangible. She keeps getting clingier and more affectionate with me day after day.
小鳥はね、見た目は清楚なお嬢様って感じなんだけど、結構すっとんきょうなところもあってね。
Eccentric? How? How
こ
so?
っちが予測不可能なことばっかりするっていうか。出会いからしてそうだよね。私はなんで隠すのって難喫されるかと思ったけど、
Well, yeah, she was open about being an astral and didn't let it affect her.
それがいきなり胸にギュッだもん。どういうことってなるに決まってるでしょ。でもそうやって一気に飛び越えてきてくれたから、私も一気に心を許せたっていうか。
Right. For some reason, Kotori is the one thing that I just can't get off my mind. Now I know I should be comparing myself to her. Mayu's affection for me is the same as her friendship with Kotori. But I just can't get over it. She really is someone important to you. She really is someone important to you, I can tell.
まあね。
Can't hold a candle to her. It's eating at me. She probably clung to Kotori just like she does to me now. She's so dependent on her. She realized her life's dream, though, spending time with her. And that directly led to me becoming her boyfriend. That's why I can't help but feel pitiful in comparison. Which in turn makes me feel weak and petty. Well, maybe that's why I told Nanami I wasn't her boyfriend beyond the shadow of a doubt.
サトルくん？
Oh, sorry, it's nothing.
嘘。私、年上なのに甘えまくりの情けない女だけど、それでもね、こういう仲になってからずっとあなたのことばかり見てきたんだよ。だからなんとなくわかるよ。どうしたの、サトルくん。
It's just...
ひょっとしてもう私のこと飽きちゃった？他の女の子に目移りしちゃった？
No, nothing like that!
よかった。
I don't know. I feel like I'm pathetic as a man.
それってエッチな話？
Why's that the first thing you come to? What the heck, no!
ごめんなさい。その領域はもうちょっと待って。心の準備が。
Are you listening to me? Please, can I continue?
小鳥の話？
Yeah, I think I said this already. I'm really ashamed to admit it, but I'm jealous of her. Every time I listen to you speak so fondly of her, it's like I can tell myself... It's like I tell myself, man, I'll never be able to get to that point. Mayu?
サトルくん、かわいい。
Never call a man adorable.
やだ、もうやきもちなんて。普段はしっかり者なのに、しかも小鳥になんて。なんかこう、ズキューンってきたよ。ズキューンってきちゃったよ、お姉さん。
I really don't know how to respond to that!
ごめん、キャーキャー言ってる場合じゃないよね。そうだよね。サトルくんだってそういうことあるよね。しっかりしてるところばっかりじゃないよね。
Whoops, fuck. Well, from what I've heard of her, Kotori sure seems to be pretty close to perfect.
それはそうかも。あの子、物腰は柔らかいくせにやたらめったら芯が強いから。まあ、自分のペースで揺るがず進む子っていうか。
Yeah, and in comparison to that, I'm nothing. It's sad, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way.
あのね、サトルくん。
Yeah?
すごくわかる。私もそういうところ、すごいあるもん。
Oh, yeah, you do always compare yourself to other girls.
情けないけど、どうしてもね。だから、焼かないで。
Suddenly out of nowhere, she pulls my head into her bosom.
同じだって思えるあなただから恋をしたんだよ、私。それは小鳥への友情とは全く違うものだからね。比べ物にならないからね。本当だよ。お願い、信じて。サトルくんも唯一無二なの。 サトルくんじゃなきゃダメなの。大好きだよ。大好きだから、お願いだから焼いたりしないで。私のサトルくんだって胸張って。じゃないと私、大好きなサトルくんの胸に甘えられなくなっちゃう。
This is dog shit. Okay, I get it. Can you lose your grip on me? I'm legitimately gonna suffocate at this rate. She finally frees me. Don't get me wrong, I liked it and appreciated that she did it for me. But I underestimated those breasts of hers. Oh, I did. I never thought they had the power to actually suffocate a person.
なるほど。胸が大きいのも考えものだな。今後どうやって愛情表現すれば。
You just need to be more gentle about it. So don't bear hug me like your life depended on it. Honestly, I'm not upset. I don't think you don't need to think so seriously about it.
気をつけます。それで、サトルくん？
Come here, Mayu. Unable to contain myself, I passionately steal her lips. After all, I'm the only one who gets to kiss you and see you smile in such blissful delight.
サトルくんだけ。だってサトルくんは私の彼なんだもん。
She didn't say anything about cute or little. Thanks, Maya. I think you've done away with all my jealousy.
よかった。でも、お礼なら言葉じゃなくてキスがいいな。
I was thinking the same thing, to tell you the truth. Since we ultimately spent most of the afternoon passionately making out, regretfully there wasn't much progress made on the research side of things. But it does feel like a big step towards forward for our relationship. Talking is hard, okay? Talking is very fucking hard.
Riddle Joker.
And eventually, it came time to take another step.
サトルくん。おはよう。隣いい？
Be my guest.
今日もしっかり開けてあったもんね。
けなげですよね、ほんと。これほどけなげかつ一途に思いを寄せられたら、女としては嫌顔でもほだされると思うんだが。いえ、あくまで一般論であって他意はありませんが。どうしてそんなに慌ててるの？いえ、それは。
あくまでも有原くんは助手なんですよね。
まあ、傍からするとどう見えるかとか、その辺は置いておいてですよね。なので今の私の物言いは、ああ、それについてなんだけど、ごめんね。はい。
Wait, Mayu, are you?
実はね。
Suddenly latches onto my arm.
助手と書いて、彼って読むの。
There's like a weird, like, I don't know what it is, but there's something on this monitor that makes it look like like
バックログ画面だよ。
Kyohei. I don't know why I can't remember the hey. Kyohei has like a big ol' like fold just here.
今まではっきり言えずにごめんなさい。すると二人はとっくに。 付き合ってますね、サトルくん。
Mayu! Her face turns red, even her neck. She's finally done it. She's finally revealed the relationship to everyone.
ついにだね。まあとっくに分かってたって感じではあるんだけど。
どうして今まであくまでも助手なんていう建前を。
恥ずかしくて、なんか。わかります。それこそ乙女心。そういうことには疎い私ですがわかります。
そういうことならとにかくおめでとう、サトル。式部先輩。
Yeah, thanks.
ありがとう。
As she thanks Kyohei, she looks over at me bashfully. She seems embarrassed, but at the same time proud of herself for being able to come out with the truth. Thanks, Maya. I love you.
私も。早速乗ってるし、サトルくん。
It's getting hot in here. So what? Everyone knows anyways.
私なんかがサトルくんの彼女でいい？みんな的には。
いいも何もお二人が決めることですし。
そうだよね。いいんだよね。式部先輩が本当にお可愛らしい。恋してるって
Damn right.
感じですよね。ありがとう、本当。けどごめん、やっぱり恥ずかしい。すでに散々私たちの前でもイチャイチャしておいて。そうなんだけど、実質そうだったんだけど。
っていうか本当、式部先輩って実はこういうところあったんだなーって感じだけど、今まではサトルの前でだけ出してた部分なんでしょ。そりゃ恥ずかしくもなりますよね。
それさすが女心を分かってるね、スオくん。
Hear that? Suck
とい
it!
うか違う意味に取れて僕的にはあんまり嬉しくないんだけど、さすがって何？
バック録画面だね。
Satoru basically like, suck it! We may be taking baby steps, but we're living the moment every step of the way. While we are growing closer, though, I can't forget that I'm also her assistant, in addition to being her boyfriend. What do you think?
これなら自力でもゼロから作れるね。
And that means...
解析完了。サトルくんのおかげ。
Oh there! Catch as she jumps towards me. Well, that's good. Would have been better, though, if the higher-ups from my organization were willing to provide you with manufacturing blueprints.
さすがにそれはね、内密にってことなら限界はあるよ。第一、私は最高のものを突版さんに提供してもらってるし。
She presses her red cheeks against me while talking. The feeling of warmth and softness spreads throughout my body. That would be me, I'm guessing.
こんなに私を甘えさせてくれる大事な、大好きな男の人。
Once you got just a teaser, I personally would have gone like she says, like, either way, they've already provided me with the best support that I could ask for. And then just to tease her, I would just go like, yeah, Nanami sure is amazing, isn't she? Just to fuck with her for a little bit. Because I'm an asshole like that. Anyways.
これからも付き合ってくれるよね。
Of course, I'm your assistant after all. So, Are we gonna move into the testing phase now?
そうだね。でもその前に理事長に話を通して了承を取っておかないとだね。というわけで理事長、
We wrote up a report on our analysis as fast as we could and then visit the principal's office. On a slightly tangential note, we limited the scope of the information provided in the report as per my request, so they won't be able to manufacture the memory fiber from the report alone. If they begin development despite of that, though, we'll probably end up handing over all the information we have. But for now, the plan is to wait and see how they play their cards. This was actually one of the conditions that Dad laid out.
これなら小鳥を助けられるかもしれません。
確かに薬剤開発の方は決してはかばかしいとは言えない。だが君のこの新しい暴走抑制策開発案も言ってしまえば希望的観測にしか過ぎないように思うな。
もちろんです。ですから従来の研究もこのまま継続すべきなのは間違いありません。けど私にはこれをやらせてもらえませんかという話です。
このメモリー繊維という素材には確かに様々な可能性がある。だが見る限りこれを基盤に暴走抑制策を確立するには現状あまりにも希望的観測が多すぎるようだ。
それはその通りです。肝心の記憶させる元なんか何をどうしたものやらですしね。なのでそれを含めてです。糸口が見えないアプローチよりは道筋が見えている方がいい。何より私にはこの先に目を覚ました小鳥の姿が見えています。
As usual, Mayu stands resolute in the face of Principal Issa's doubt. She is rather meek with people her age. Maybe she's just more confident when talking with older people. I can kind of understand why. We're both orphans, but we were always surrounded by adults growing up, like the Principal Furan or my dad. And to Mayu, Principal Issa is also her best friend's father. There might be some kind of ease in dealing with older people for her. That doesn't apply to me, though.
まあそれが希望的観測なんですけど。
ハレハレ君。
Huh? Yes, sir.
君の見解も聞きたい。
Mine.
君は彼女の助手だ。そして彼女と同じくアストラル使いでもある。我々の研究目的は究極的にはアストラル使いが受け入れられる世の中を作るためのものだ。そうである以上、君の見解も聞いておくべきだと感じる。
Completely respect and support his ideals and goals. I believe in that dream too, and I would love to help achieve it. But when looking at control loss, it is undoubtedly the biggest obstacle to that becoming a reality. It would be the perfect thing for the anti-Astron faction to latch onto to prove their arguments. One question. Do you believe that this control loss could happen to other astrals besides just Kotori?
起こりうると見ている。
And I believe we should explore every possibility out there if we want to find a cure. We have to act with urgency, otherwise we may regret our indecision later down the line. The attackers are another point of concern. They seem to be lying low for now, but they'll surely strike again, which is why developing a countermeasure should be our utmost priority right now.
もっともだ。だが、かといってすぐに認可を出すわけにはいかない。この資料はひとまず預からせてもらう。追って返事を通達する。
わかりました。色よいお答えお待ちしています。
He's rather cautious, but I suppose that's to be expected. It's no trifling matter, and he's solely responsible for everything at this academy. Maybe he wanted to test through different channels whether or not it's possible to manufacture the memory fabric. At any rate...
サトルくんの言う通りだよ。打てる手はすべて打つに限る。理事長もそれが分かってるはず。学生の私を研究員として使うくらいの人なんだからね。 予算その他諸々の確保のために即答を避けたってだけだと思うな。
So it's just a matter of time then.
その間は従来の研究を進めておきつつ、いろいろと考えを進めておくって感じかな。ほんとまだ糸口だけだからね。実際どうするか考え出さなきゃいけないことは山ほどあるよ。ってわけで今後ともよろしくね、サトルくん。
Mm-hmm. I'll do everything to help.
頼もしいね。
Get another step forward. Yes! The smug! Yeah, what to do now?
あれ、
Now what
サ
to
トル、
do?
今日は式部先輩のところ行かないの？
No, we figure we should take breaks every now and then.
一時期は随分忙しそうだったけど、一山越えたってこと？
Yep, just waiting for a reply from the higher ups now.
だったら今日は僕と一緒に出かけない？ちょうどね、いい感じのお店の情報を仕入れたところなんだ。食べ放題やってる。
Gonna go to a buffet right now. You're not gonna have any room for dinner, you know?
下見だよ、下見。味の。いくら食べ放題でもある程度美味しくなきゃ嬉しくないじゃない。
True. Sorry, I figured you just wanted to go there so you could stuff your face.
失礼しちゃうな。まあもちろん量は大事だけどさ。とにかく付き合ってよ、サトル。二人で行った方が種類頼めるし。あ、でも助手の仕事はお休みでも式部先輩とは一緒に過ごすって感じ？
I thought about doing something with her. That's what I should be doing, to be honest. I actually want your advice on something. So yeah, let's go to that restaurant. Hi, Yoshino. Hi, Gyako. Gyacho. I mean, we're now near the station. It's been a while since I've last been here. You said it's a slight walk from here, right?
そうだね。微妙にアクセス悪いからその分サービス頑張ってる系のお店みたいで。
After getting off the light rail, we begin walking side by side.
それで僕に相談って？
Please wait till we get to the restaurant.
まあライトレールに乗ってる間は我慢してたんだから許してよ。あんな風に切り出されたらなんだろうってなるでしょ。早く聞かなきゃ落ち着かないってば。
Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
式部先輩とのこと？
Yeah.
とりあえずうまくはいってるみたいじゃない。傍から見てる印象としては。特にサトルが彼氏だってみんなの前で公表した後はさ、着実にこう、
Whoops.
なんていうの？進展してってるんだなーって感じだったけど。
That's true and something I'm glad about.
だよね。日に日にイチャイチャ感すごいし。
Should we turn it down a notch?
愛情表現って大事だと思うし、僕はいいと思うな。釣った魚に餌をあげないよりは全然いいんじゃないのかな。
He's surprisingly tolerant about everything. Not just him, though. Everyone in our friend congratulated us, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. Thanks for being a pal. Just want to do this right.
けど、なんか引っかかってることがあるの？
It's nothing too serious, really. I think things are going great between us.
もうキスくらいはしてるんだよね。
How'd you know?
いや、普通に考えて。付き合い始めてからの期間と雰囲気的に。
Damn.
ああ、なら相談したいのって、ひょっとしてその先のこと？
I thought to casually work my way into it, but Kyohei, being the sharp son of a bitch he is, dived straight to it.
僕、あんまり生々しい話はしたくないな。
I'm not gonna ask you for sex advice. Not that I even know what to ask.
うん、先はまだなんだ。
It's embarrassing to come out and talk about it. But yeah, you're right.
でも時間の問題なんじゃないの？あんなに熱々な感じなんだし。まさかサトル、そこまでは進む気ないとかじゃないよね。
Of course I do. I really want to take our relationship to the next level. But it's like anything else we've done so far. It's on a different tier entirely.
となると、識部先輩に拒まれちゃってるの？
I don't know if I'd say that's necessarily the issue.
今日もいっぱいキスしちゃったね。
Yeah.
しかもいっぱい抱きしめてくれて。
She's currently having a similar talk with the girls, isn't she? Of course. You're so beautiful. You're so soft and smell so nice.
ありがとう。サトルくんも今日も素敵だよ。
No, you're much more beautiful. Like, the face you make when you make out is, really nice.
もう赤くなりながら一生懸命言ってくれるんだから。サトルくんのそういうところは可愛くて。
Progress is being made, but at the moment, we're mostly just waiting for Principal Issa's approval. As such, the time we spend in this lab after school has mostly been used to kiss and make out. It feels like every time I voice my love for her, her eyes tear up in anticipation, which makes Ouch's eyes grow stronger. So naturally, that leads to this.
それじゃあ、サトルくん、そろそろ。サトルくん？
Mayu!
帰ろっか。
Yeah. That's how she always reacts when I make an attempt to bring up the topic of sex. She seems to know that I'm trying to, and it's consciously avoiding it. Well, it definitely takes her time when it... She definitely takes her time when it comes to things like this. I've already lost count of how many times she's reacted to me like that.
ああ、付き合ってるってなかなか公表できなかったこととかね。
Right. Like, I thought she'd finally gotten over her nerves when it came to things like this, but I guess sex is just all the beast. Judging from experience, if I approach her more directly, I feel like the problem will just naturally solve itself. But I'm still worried that sex might be taboo territory to Mayu. In large part because of that incident where I peeped on her while she was masturbating, and now she knows I was watching. That's always going to be something that's on the back of her mind. And then the time she fell on me and I saw her naked. For example, there was something in particular she said to me.
年上の女としてちゃんとあしらってあげなきゃとか勉強してて、それをサトルくんに見られてたなんて本当に情けなくて恥ずかしくて。
And then this.
裸見られたことつい思い出しちゃったんだからしょうがないでしょ。恥ずかしくて揺り戻しをかけたくもなるでしょ。
The takeaway is this. Embarrassment and panic regarding those things was far greater than it was when it came to anything else. Most of all, I know that Mayu isn't too comfortable with herself sexually. Should I keep trying or should I give her some distance?
それ、サトル的には辛くない？
I mean, I'd rather do that than rush things and hurt her.
とりあえず、サトルのそういう優しさっていいとは思うんだ。識部先輩もそこが好きになったんだとは思うんだよね。
Yeah, maybe.
でもさ、ここは男の解消的なものの見せ所な気もするんだよね。
Huh?
先輩が自分からは踏ん切れないのは間違いないと思うよ。だからこそ待ってると思うんだけどな、先輩。サトルが押し切ってくれるのをさ。
Really? At the very least, I know she's thinking of it. But if those incidents are the reason for her nervousness, then relieving her of that is what I should do. Just like I've always done. That's all there is to it. I've just been too scared. So I haven't been able to take things forward. Not that it needs reminding, but I have serious experience with women. I've tried my best to make up for that. But sex is definitely a lot more complicated than just kissing. For example. It's to say Mayu is a very attractive woman, both sexually and personality-wise. Yes, indeed. Her face, her curves, her boobs. Captivated by her beauty, but it also gives me pause. Would a virgin like me really be capable of satisfying her in bedroom? She's a fucking virgin as well. But you don't need to worry too much. Well, I'm just gonna have to man up and try. Also, I just noticed that one of the lights is missing. Like, there's a light on every single rung there. Actually, there's a light missing back there as well, so it may just have to do with that thing. Oh well. So he's right.
さて、
あれ、式部先輩、こんな時間に帰ってくるの珍しいですね。
ああ、うん。たまには休みにしようかってことになってね。
じゃあ有原くんとは別行動ですか。見たところお一人のようですし、それもなんだか珍しいですが。ほんとここんところずーっと一緒でしたもんね。というか休みだからって先輩をほっとくんだ。何をやってるのかな、サトルくんは。
ああ、その辺はね、ちょっと、さすがに昨日のあれはサトルくんでも引っかかったかもしれないし。
まあとにかくそういうことならご一緒しませんか。ちょうど親が送ってくれたお菓子をみんなでつまんでたところなんですよ。
あ、うん。ならお姉さん、ありがたくご一緒させてもらおうかな。ってわけで、お邪魔しまーす。
はーい、いらっしゃいませ。どうぞ召し上がってください。この顔ぶれになるのも何気に珍しいですよね。式部先輩が参加していて有原くんがいないというのもな。
Yeah, we get it, we get it.
そうだね。久しぶりの女子会、満喫させてもらおうかな。
女子会？そうか、言われてみればこれはかの女子会か。私にも参加できる日が来るとは。認識してなかっただけで今までも普通に参加してましたけどね。嬉しい限りだな。女子会か。どうせなら綾瀬先輩もいてくれたらよかったんだけどね。まああの人は忙しいし、最近また取材とかも受け始めたみたいだしね。
ちさきちゃん、美味しいねこれ。
本当ですか？やった。それ私の地元の銘菓なんですよ。
へえ、ちさきちゃんの地元って。
そうだ。
びっくりした。どうしたの二条院さん。
失礼しました。その女子会ということならば思い切って聞いてしまってもいいのかと。
何を？
有原くんとの仲はどうなんでしょうか？特にその性的なこととか。いえ、これは女子会ならということで、別に私がその手のことに強い関心があるとかいうことではなく。まあ確かに女子だけならちょっとエッチな話は定番かもですけど。っていうか私も聞きたいです。有原先輩とどの辺まで行ってるのか。でもななみちゃん的にはお兄さんのそういう話聞きたくないかも。別に気にしないけど、サトルくんはサトルくんだし。ならば問題はないな。というわけでどうなんでしょうか、式部先輩。
あ、いや、まあね。実を言うと昨日も求められちゃったけどね。
Squeal!
でもほら、そこは年上のお姉さんとしてはね、こう可愛い年下の男の子をあしらってあげなきゃで。さすがだ。すると普段も先輩がリード？まあね、胸に抱いてもらあげたり。
Stop trying to pose.
おお、いかにも年上の女性。
Just stop trying to pose.
サトルくん、やっぱりおっぱい好きだったか。ナナミちゃんも大きいもんね。それは関係ないから。ではやはり秘訣はこうやんわりと誘導すると言いますか、そんな感じなのでしょうか。そうだね、余裕をね、こう見せて、余裕を。式部先輩？どうしたんですか？なんかだんだん涙目に。ごめんなさい、嘘です。余裕なんかないです。
I almost like. Oh wow. No, this actually is more pathetic now that you lied about it.
胸に抱いてもらってるのはもっぱら私の方だし、今まで一度もエッチ許してあげられたことありません。どうかしたんですか？
Like eyes that just appeared like, what the fuck did I miss? Somebody clue me in, please.
綾瀬先輩。情けないけど本当に怖くて自信がなくて、サトルくんに幻滅されないかってどうしても逃げちゃうの。昨日もまさにそうで、だから今日はちょっとお休みに。とりあえずそんな立派な胸の持ち主に自信がないと言われましても。
Fabulously large breasts. I guess it just immediately shot through the heart.
その通りです。なんて贅沢な。座った。聞き逃せない話みたいでしたので。まあお時間平気なら別にいいんですけど、でもなんでそんな真顔？というか私からしたらみんな大きいんですけど、綾瀬先輩に贅沢だと言われても。聞こえません。綾瀬先輩が怖い。一体どうして自信が持てないんですか？だって私サトルくんより3歳も年上だし、やっぱり肌の張りとかみんなとは違うし、恥ずかしいところすでにいっぱい見せちゃってるから、そういうことになったらどうなるか怖いし、もう目も当てられないくらい恥ずかしい姿さらしちゃったりしたら、私文句をつけるつもりでしたが、異常に理解できてしまいました。ああ、わかる。私も同じ立場に立ったら似たような不安に駆られてしまう気がする。他の子に比べて女らしくない自分で果たして大丈夫だろうかと。二条院さんも綺麗な胸をしてるじゃないですか。
Why is it just like? Why is the topic just? Ah, yes. Your rack's fucking amazing.
だからなんでそんな立派な綾瀬先輩がそこにこだわるんですか？その話を続けると私にまで飛び火してきそうだから置いておくとして、にしてもまさか式部先輩がここまで乙女だったとは。私もちょっとびっくりした。普段は落ち着いてて知的で頼りになる先輩なのにって。それが恋というものなのか。放っておけなくなってしまいましたね。なんだか でも、サトルくんは先輩のこと褒めちぎってますよね、ちゃんと。そりゃそうだけど、そうなんだけど、いつも、こう、大好きだって、特にキスの後なんか、絶対言ってくれるけど、抱きしめてくれるときは、綺麗だとか、セクシーだとか、柔らかいだとか、顔赤くしながら一生懸命言ってくれて、それがね、すっごく可愛くて、もうキュンキュンきちゃうの。だからたまらず胸に顔をうずめちゃうとね、こう、顎をクイってして、またキスしてくれたりして。
Everyone else just like sitting there like, this is causing me psychic damage.
聞かなきゃよかった。途中から完全無欠のもののけ。しかも自覚がないっぽい。が、とりあえず可愛らしかった。恋する女は綺麗というのはどうやら本当らしい。
I'm going to fucking go insane!
しかし、することは結構しているようではないですか。
ええ、むしろそこまでしているなら有原くんの方から来てくれていいと思いますけど、なのに襲ってくれないとか。有原くんってあれなの？
あれって何？
それは童貞。
何？
ですから経験が乏しいという。
まあ確かにサトルくん、今まで彼女とかいたことないですしね。ちゃんと察してあげられてたら、いくら昨日拒まれたって別行動はないですよ。別行動は。
肉食系ならとっくに襲ってるはずだもんね、聞いた感じ。
だったらどうすれば。それはやはりそういうことならば女の側が思い切るしかないのでは。
He's tried to come onto her. He's tried to initiate sex, but she ran away. You make it sound like he got limp dick to no trying. That isn't the case. He tried.
あなたのものにしてくださいと。いえ、私ならそうするということではありませんが、思い切るなんて。
ためらってしまうのはわかりますけど、そうなりたい気持ちがあるならそうするしかないですよね。こうコンプレックスな部分は手を尽くしてごまかすとかして。
というか、式部先輩は他のところだと思い切りまくってる気がしますけど、サトルくんを助手にした経緯とか。
というか、それだけ胸大きければ普通に余裕だと思うんだけど、男の人にその気になってもらうのなんて。
What was that?
そうかな。だったら
結局遅くなっちゃったね。門限ギリギリだよ。
Because someone would stop ordering more food.
美味しかったね、あそこ。今度は絶対食べ放題コース頼もう。
After nightly check-ins are over with, I finally get a chance to relax.
それじゃ、ご飯と。
How do you still have room in your stomach, man? I'm too stuffed to eat anything right now.
あ、そう？
Yeah. Trying to keep up with you was a mistake. Well, even if I was hungry, I'm dying to see Mayu. She doesn't seem to be in the cafeteria, so she's probably done and back in her room right now. Even though talking it through with Kyoe inspired some confidence in me, I'm not gonna try something right this minute. She's gonna try something right this minute, though. We haven't seen each other since school ended, so as her boyfriend, I just want to spend some time together to make up for that. Thanks for lending me an ear today, Kyoe. I'm gonna head back to my room for the night. Okay, time to shoot her a text. Why, hello there. That outfit looks familiar. Speak of the devil, I ran into Mayu just as I was thinking about texting her. Her hair is wet and she's in her nightwear. Hey there, you just got through with your bath? She wriggles around somewhat bashfully. She just got out of the bath. Her skin is tinged a slight red, giving all her mannerisms this air of eroticism. This outfit she's wearing right now is a lot more revealing than her school uniform. Chest hair in particular. Damn, I can see her cleavage line. Sorry. Quickly avert my eyes. Crap, I really shouldn't have stared like that. We both fall silent. Yeah, that's that same nervousness I talked to Kyohei about. The fact sinks in once again that I'm unable to properly say anything to her. Still. It's just two ways about it. But I make love to her. And I still can't bring myself to do anything about it. It feels like an area I can't and mustn't tread upon without taking the proper measures first. She might aggressively reject me if I act haphazardly. It might scar her if I force things too much. But still can't deny my desire to have sex with her. I truly do love her. And this is simply a hurdle I need to overcome. Senpai! Sorry, you first. Damn it, that really threw me off, and now it's gonna be 10 times more awkward to bring it up. Come on, Satoru, you can't back down now. Okay then. Mayu? Missed out on spending the afternoon together today, so would you like to go do something together the next chance we get? Yeah. I just mean a simple date, though. I don't read too deeply into it. I must end up saying that as a follow-up, but suppress it wisely. And I'll never get anywhere if I keep backtracking. Yeah?
Riddle Joker.
Following day after school. That's the last place I expected to be today. I'm in my swim trunks, which I haven't worn in some time, and sitting down by the poolside. Mayu is currently in the girls' changing room getting into her swimsuit. Yesterday I worked up my courage to ask her out. She was more than likely aware of the underlying meaning behind this. And knowing that, she agreed. So she suggested we meet at the pool, which brings us to now. Feeling jittery, I absently survey the surrounding area. You were able to obtain permission to use the pool by claiming it be for research purposes. Since Mayu is a researcher, in addition to being a student, she has special privileges. Consequently, we don't need a teacher to supervise us, and no other students are around. The pool is located at the west end of the school, and now that regular school hours are over, no students can be seen passing by the window. Mayu will be all alone. Mayu and I will be all alone once she walks out. In every sense of the word. So this means what I think it does, doesn't it? As ashamed as I am to admit it. I've been a bundle of nerves ever since I walked out to the poolside. Talking is hard. Mayu wasn't any different. She wanted to take the next step too, but she was scared. But we've both decided to get over our anxiety and just do it. Funny enough, at the exact same time too. Maybe she went to the other girls for advice in the same way that I confided in Kyohei. They were looking at me a little awkwardly today. I included, as a matter of fact. We barely spoke to each other during our walk to the pool after we received permission. She'd only shoot me the occasional awkward glance. If I see Mayu as worked up as I am now, I might just lose my mind. I take a deep breath. I need to remind myself that my interpretation might be wrong. Mayu may very well have other intentions in mind. She might just see this as an extension of our break, since we have no work that needs immediate attention right now. By the way, I'll find out once she arrives.
お待たせ。
I turn around the moment I hear that long-awaited voice. Yes! Sorry about that. I haven't found out a damn thing! She does have a swimsuit on, and she's swimming around a bit of an embarrassment. However, she has a lab coat thrown over top it. It's the same getup she was wearing when she taught us that one time. What do I make of this?
サトルくん。
Yeah?
昨日、サトルくんは、私のこと、欲しがってくれたよね。
She comes around and says it, no beating around the bush or anything. Her face flushes red from ear to ear as she squirms and wriggles her body in embarrassment. Had the lab coat not been covering her, it would have been an awfully suggestive sight. What do you mean the lab coat makes it better? Wait, what? I do want to have sex. But if you don't want to, I won't force you to.
いやっていうか、今までに経験がないことだから、やっぱりどうしても自信が持てないし、恥ずかしいの。
Voice grows more feeble as she speaks. I can tell that her embarrassment levels are at a peak. Maybe that's why she's wearing the lab coat.
私、未だに根っこは変わってない。臆病なままで、誰かに引っ張ってもらわなきゃ何もできなくて、一人でくよくよ自分のダメさを悔やんでるばっかりで。
Wait, why did you invite me to the pool? She peers up at me in desperation, her eyes slightly watery. Her gaze is what triggers a light bulb moment in my head. She's experiencing what I am. She's just as scared as me, but she mustered her courage in order to tell me something. Tell me that there's something she wants very much.
サトルくんはいっぱい私のことを褒めてくれるけど、
So now fucking show her that you mean it.
前にも水着姿褒めてくれたけど、嬉しいけど、嬉しかったけど、やっぱり自信は持てない。見られたくはない。
My heart rate suddenly shoots up. Her words and her expression create certain expectations within my mind.
見られたくないけど、見てほしいの。
This was some... Well, she told me that one time when we were swimsuit shopping at the mall and ran into her. The mind of a young girl can at times be contradictory. They don't want to be seen, but they still want you to look at them. It's embarrassing, but they still want you to tell them that they look good, etc. I think my comments were... Look fantastic, and it struck a nice balance of sexy and cute.
言ってくれた。言ってもらえたけど。
But my impressions are different this time. I want you to take off that lab coat. No, have her keep the lab coat, but take off the swimsuit. That's better. I don't know why. Just like the moment she came on screen, it's just horny on main time. Mayu just seems to do that to me. I don't know what it is. Help. 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 I lay my desires bare to her. But those are mere words, not actions. I'm gonna take it off for you. Resolving myself, I thus declare my intent to her. Just by telling her what I want, Just telling her what I want isn't enough anymore. No matter how embarrassing it is, I strongly desire her, just as she does me. Could you raise your hands for me, please? Her voice shrivels as her entire face, from the neck up, flushes red. Nonetheless, she nods and raises her hands sheepishly. With delicate motions, I pull the collar off her shoulders. It's like I'm removing the wrapping from a prized item. Like I'm raising my bride's wedding veil. Talking is hard, okay? Once it passes her shoulders, it took but a moment for the rest to fall. The lab coat drops to the shoulder. The lab coat drops to the floor, and she no longer has anything covering her body but the bikini. The curves of her body are now on clear display. She looks up at me again, trembling. Can't take my eyes off of you. A whole lot. You're the most attractive woman on the planet to me. That's why I make love to you so badly. What about me, though? Are you sure you want me? I'll never let you say that again. I pull her into a tight embrace. I don't know if that was the right action to take in this scenario, but expressing my feelings physically is the only option for me at this junction. Do you have any idea how obsessed I am with you? If not, then I'll teach it to you. Attention quickly leaves her body. Then, driven by virile urges, wholly unknown to me, I open her up. And then they fuck! Just like that, I pry open her lips, and soon her tongue coils and sucks at my finger. And then they fucked! Afterwards, we got off each other, cleaned off our bodies as well as the floor. I feel like afterwards we got off each other and cleaned off our body as well as the floor. I feel like that would have worked better. We were both filled with happiness, laughing together all the while. We took our relationship to the next step and made love. Someone as wonderful as her loves me so much, and I'm able to love her back so much in return. We had to laugh, and we had to snuggle together on our way back. Finally did it. Today is a joyous occasion for the both of us.
Riddle Joker.
Following day.
サトルくん。あ、式部先輩。
Mayu comes strolling over as we're all talking in the hallway.
なるほど、そういうことですね。有原くんはこちらにどうぞ。
そんな献上品みたいな。ありがとう。
I can just imagine, like, here's Ariana. He's all yours. Just I could just imagine her doing that motion as she takes a step back as she says that. I can see why Nijin pushed me towards Mayu, though. It was out of concern for Mayu, who seems to have trouble approaching me. Incidentally, she was just talking to me about how I should be more considerate of my girlfriend's feelings. I do appreciate it, but it's a settled issue now. What's up? I inquire with a smile, and she smiles back at me brightly. The other just thought, oh my god, she said it! They're just over there like, you already did that, this is not about that. Adorable. Oh. That's not the right one. As whom does that count,
お気に
actually?
入りボイスだよ。
Like, if I were to make a noises video, into whose noises would I put that? Whose noises? Whose noises? Whose noises? That's apparently a... by the way, falling in love, boyfriend and assistant, unbroachable topic, life together, love and affection. Wasn't like the usual route, like fucking 10
バッ
chapters
クログ画面だ。
in Sennen
クローチャー
Banka?
ト画面だね。
She jumps into my arms. I catch her reflexively, concealing my slight surprise. It's the first time she's really done something like this in front of our
へい
friends.
へい。マユ先輩だよ。
In fact, I've never seen her this childishly excited before.
どう？嬉しい？グッと来てくれた？
This face is amazing.
来てくれたよね。だって私のサトルくんだもんね。
Is this because of what we did yesterday? Maybe that's why she's matching such an she's matching such an open display of her affection, so purely, without any hint of bashfulness. But wait, too cute, it's making me giddy!
私も。だからいいよね。みんなも応援してくれてるもんね。サトルくん、好きよ。
Adorable. She narrows her eyes with a like a friendly cat, and rubs her cheek against me. You can almost see hearts radiating from her body. She's so damn cute. This feels so good. Her boobs are also pressed against me. Really sinks in now. You know, I actually had sex yesterday. Hold up, people are watching, so maybe we should tone it down a notch.
サトルくん、照れてるの？私をこうさせてるのはサトルくんなのに？
What?
しらばっくれてもだーね。お姉さん、もう思い知っちゃったんだよ。サトルくんだってあんなに熱っぽく夢中で私にしてくれた。
Yeah, guys are just gonna be like, oh, he fucking did it! No, wait, I don't deny that, but please!
サトルくんの意地悪。えいえいえい。
Hey, stop! That tickles! She presses into my chest and draws circles, making me moan from the gentle sensation. What? She then gleefully narrows her eyes even more.
サトルくんはもっとすごいこと私にしてくれたもん。
I know I was, I'm not denying that, so please, give me a break! Ugh.
なら私、代わりにサトルくんに来てほしいな。今度は私がサトルくんのこと胸にギュッとしたいな。
Alright. And suddenly he's down there. This is in the middle of a fucking, like, populated hallway, by the way. Their friends are still right over there. They're watching this. They're watching this in abject horror. Basically, what I'm trying to say is,
サトルくん、私のサトルくん。サトルくんは私のおっぱい本当に大好きだもんね。
TPO Mayu. Do you know the meaning of the word? Abbreviation, I suppose. Not quite abbreviation either. Isn't it an acronym? Is that it? I'll fucking look it up real quick. What's an acronym? Yeah, I get it. I got net messages. Okay, so that is what I thought. It was acronym. TPO. Time, place, occasion. Oh, I love them so much, but now is maybe not the time. I attempt to turn my face while still deep in the depths of her cleavage.
なんという熱烈っぷり。
You know what? That's a better thumbnail. If I have to use one. just slamming the hands on top of Azuki.
これ明らかにですよね。昨日私たちが後押ししたから早速っていうか
Everyone knows that they fucked now.
だからってこんなにはいやっちゃいましたね。思いっきり余計なこと言っちゃいましたね。
Oh god, they're all looking at us like we're zoo animals! This is beyond embarrassing. I have an overwhelming desire to twist my body in shame while shouting, "Don't look." But on the other hand,
ありがとう。
Mayu's overwhelming happiness is as clear as day to me. Love you, Mayu.
私もサトルくん好きよ。
As it stands, we're both happy beyond our imagination. So I've decided to just bear with the embarrassment. Considering what happened yesterday, it's understandable how she'd act this way. There's a huge possibility it doesn't continue on for even longer, though. So that's only because we finally taken that next step in our relationship. This sole thing I feel now is unbridled joy. Though I really would prefer she save this sort of behavior for when we're alone, or at least not in the middle of a hallway where everyone can see us.
リドルジョーカ
I should probably put this fuck away.
ー幸せ。
Some beer just kind of came flying out there. I think it actually like passed through the camera, potentially. So there you may actually just see a droplet of beer just arching through the fucking air. Anyways, it's lunch break and we've just finished our cuddle time in the courtyard. Most of our break time is now spent. Anyways, we're heading back to the dorm to restock our lab with tea and snacks.
そうだ、サトルくん、今日の放課後なんだけど。
は？
理事長はまだ返事くれないし、急ぎの作業もないし、私たち無事に心と体で結ばれたし。
Just can't get it off your mind, huh?
だって本当にたくさんサトルくんに子宮丼してもらっちゃったんだもん。
I did do that, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it so much. But let's please not talk about me slamming your uterus out here.
とにかくそういうわけで、小鳥のところに報告に行かない？
You want me to go too?
へえ、ほう。サトルくんそういうこと言っちゃうんだね。お姉さんが大事に守ってきたバージン奪っておいて、俺関係ないしってしらばっくれるんだ。
No, you misunderstand. In fact, no matter what anyone says, I'll always be open about being in a relationship with you. You trusted me enough to give me your everything, so I have to fulfill that responsibility. Didn't you?
ごめんなさい。調子に乗ってちょっと嫌な絡み方しました。あと、ギュッとして。そんなこと言ってもらえたら、私もうダメだよ。
You're so cute, Mayu. Smiling, I hug her. She clings to me in response and nuzzles her forehead against me. We just made love for the first time, so honestly it's no surprise that we get overly affectionate every chance we get.
一緒に来て。
Sure, I don't mind going, but am I even allowed in the research center?
サトルくんは私の助手だよ。立場的には何の問題もないでしょ。
As long as I don't try anything while I'm there, I suppose. Hold
フローチャート
on.
画面ですね。
The final piece. Aww. Something's gonna happen. I didn't mean to press it again.
それに私は今までも定期的に小鳥のところに行ってたからね。
Oh yeah, I saw you doing that one time.
そうだった。サトルくん、ちょうどその時研究棟に忍び込んでたんだった。
Let's not talk about that. I know we're both aware, but it makes me feel like I'm in trouble.
じゃあ、銃で口塞いで。
So I do.
もう、サトルくんたら。普段はあんな夜遅くに行かないんだけどね。あの時はほら、ちょうどサトルくんのことを意識し始めた頃だったから。えいえい。
Stop! Tickles! Wait, you're bringing it up again.
もう一回してってこと。
You're getting real good at controlling me.
ダメ？
It's almost frustrating how you know how to make me happy so easily. Some tells me there's a security camera somewhere.
下まで入れてもらっちゃったよ。
Well, of course. Well, yeah, of course I would.
他のものも私に入れてくれたサトルくんだもんね。
Can we please move on?
ごめんなさい。まあ、基本寝てる小鳥に愚痴だったり弱音だったりをこぼしに行ってた感じではあったんだけど、実を言うとここ最近はサトルくんとのことばっかりになってたんだ。
Oh, really?
うん。サトルくんと恋人同士になってからだとほんとめっきり。今日はサトルくんにこんなことしてもらえた。でもこれは恥ずかしくてできなかった。サトルくん、私のことを嫌になったりしてないかなみたいに。
Wait, I have to remember, this person's in an artificial comatose state. She doesn't hear any of this. If she could, though, I'd die of embarrassment.
だからね、もう小鳥にも実物を紹介しちゃいたいなって。
She takes a step back and beams at me.
サトルくんのこと自慢しちゃいたい。
Like, this is Kotori. Like, yes, he just suddenly pulls up out like a hand from a mannequin with like a suction cup at the bottom, like kind of like just kind of like puts it on the fucking cryo like coma weird pill case pod thing. Just starts shaking the hand. Hello, I'm Satoru. I'm Maya's boyfriend. And Maya just watches him like, what the fuck are you doing? Why'd you even get that hand thing? So there's essentially something she wants to do for her own self-satisfaction. Well, if that's the case, I'll be glad to play along. Alright? I'll come get you after school then.
ありがとう。待ってるね。今からなんだかドキドキしてきたな。
Short while later. I met up with Mayu after classes ended and we set off towards the research center. Am I gonna be getting in via your authentication?
そうだね。だから今後も一人では入れないからね。
No, I wasn't going to.
そうそう。じゃないと、サトルくんが一人で会いに行ったなんてって小鳥にやきもち焼くことになっちゃうからね。
That's what you're afraid of?
だって他のことはサトルくんもちゃんと気にしてくれてるでしょ。
Well, I'm also being extra careful not to stir your jealousy.
それは嬉しいな。安心して夢中になれちゃうね。
She seems to be in a really good mood. I can tell she's excited to introduce me to Kotori. Yes, it's kinda weird for me though. I once infiltrated this building. I had to cooperate with Nanami, plan it out carefully, and make use of everything we had at our disposal. It was an extremely risky endeavor. And now I'm walking through the front door. But now I'm just gonna waltz in through the front door, yeah? And Mayu, the very person whose asked for authentication and the information I stole, happens to be the one leading me inside. I'm going here to meet the Sleeping Beauty I saw the first time once more. She's the Astral who, unbeknownst to the public, caused the accident of 2 years ago and was consequently placed in an artificial coma. I'm with Mayu right now and Dad told me to stay low. I have no intention of going into spy mode and scanning the building for information. But still, I can't stop myself from considering the possibility. With the dangers of control loss being as great as they are, there's no other solution. As of now, aside from quarantining Kotori and putting her into a coma. Still, the fact remains that no one is immune to it. If, hypothetically speaking, numerous astrals fell into the state at the same time, that's why they're fucking... Oh, that's why they're kidnapping astrals. They found out a way to induce the feral, that feral state. Not feral. Frenzied state. That was the word I was looking for. Feral is something completely different. That frenzied state, and now they're trying to like kidnap astrals and send them out into populated areas and induce the frenzied state or something. We would have limited measures available to us. Of course, the biggest issue is actually suppressing them. But if, say, the number of affected astrals grows, then it would become difficult to find a place to quarantine them. So, to say nothing of how we'd manage to keep it all under wraps. There are a few facilities out there like this one. This is why research on control last states is so crucial, and not just because Mayu's desire to see her friend again. To find a cure, then all this information has to be made public. But would Kika Academy, and maybe even Mashisa's city as a whole, not receive backlash for it? This research began as a result of the memory fiber. It'd be best to...
Satoru-kun, どうしたの?
Oh, nothing. Just as I'm about to reply, something unexpected happens. What? A roaring boom and impact of an explosion, which is then followed by the heavy vibration of window panes.
Nani?
Go back, Mayu. I'm gonna check things out. Her pleading shout stops me in my tracks. I turn around and stare sternly at her. I don't know what happened, but it's undoubtedly dangerous to go there. There's no way I can let you be exposed like that. I'm used to this stuff, so just let me...
だからこそよ。だって、研究棟に何かあったんなら、小鳥の身にも。私のせいであんなことになって、それでまた何かに巻き込まれたりしたら、2年前のあの時、私、小鳥に代理をお願いしなかったらって、せめて自分も現場にいたならって、もう後悔したくないの。私も行く。
Alright. To be honest, I wanted to get back, even if it means using force. But I can't bring myself to do so after hearing her impassioned plea. Just promise me one thing. Hide behind me at all times. I'll keep you safe, Mayu. Let's go. We spring off towards the research center. Vibrating grows stronger the closer we approach. But what if she somehow could, like, basically make it so, yes, there's now a cluster, like at the wall, basically, but it's basically has a grip to you, so you basically have a shield, and all the astrons aren't like fixated in place, but fixated to each other. It's not like they're fixated in relation to space, but in relation to each other. Anyways, I wonder if that's something she could do. Basically, just give him fucking armor. The vibrating grows stronger the closer we approach. What in the world is happening? We dash down the path leading to the research center and reach an open area. I'm hit by a strong, fierce gust. A second later, security guards are flung out from the entrance. They're being blown out by some sort of force. But what the hell is going on? Crouch and cover Mayu while quickly scanning the area. The wind blowing from within the building grows even fiercer. The windows shake and rattle up to the point of nearly breaking. This definitely isn't any normal explosion. The force isn't abating. It's continuing and growing in intensity. What the hell's happening? What the hell's happening in here? Somebody broke the system keeping Kotori in a coma. She gasps in shock. Gusts of wind blow by once again. Security guard is pushed out from the entrance and tumbles across the floor. But doesn't end there. A frail white figure appears from within the loud roars and billowing winds. It's her. The girl that was sleeping in the capsule. The girl that was supposed to be in a coma. Issei Kotori. Wait, Mayu! Just as she's about to jump out, I block her path with my arm. I don't know why Issei Kotori awoke, but one glance at her is enough to tell me everything I need to know. Her eyes are staring off into nothingness, and her face is void of all motion. But the most telling detail of all is the fierce wind surrounding her. This is her ability in its frenzied state. You can see how it's caused a crane to topple over. Blowing away all those security guards isn't a feat I'd imagine any regular human could accomplish. Her ability normally allows her to manipulate the atmosphere. Because of her current boosted output, she's now turned into a walking tornado. The smartest thing to do would be to get out of here right now. That's the first instinctual thought I have as I get the chills. It's not safe here at all. But quickly scan the area once more. The guards that were blown away appear to be unconscious. Our reinforcements are coming from within. So we can only expect them to come from the direction of the school once their alarm sounds. But if Kotori reaches the school before that, it's up to us to stop this. Thankfully, she's staying stationary, but we don't know how long that'll last. If she starts moving, we need to keep her from approaching the school building at all costs. Yeah, which is why we need to keep her at bay until security arrives. Research center guards appear to have been prepared beforehand for the outbreak of an emergency such as this. From what I can tell, they used non-lethal guns and fired rubber bullets and nets. But judging from where they are now, it was probably ineffective. The wind is wild. It'll just blow the nets away. Rubber bullets might have a better shot, but they won't bring immediate results. Likewise for the tranquilizers, which means... Fist to fist! Square the fuck up, that! We can cut her off. We can cut off her astron linking if she's unconscious, right? That's what we'll have to do. I'll close the distance between us somehow. Tackle her. I steel myself, then leap forward and rush towards her. I also use my ability to enhance my reflexes. It was the perfect opportunity, as she isn't moving and the wind has gotten slightly weaker. I continue to run. Ah! She reacted! Ah! A lump of wind slams into me like a giant wall. It carries me and blows me away. Ah! I ultimately fly backwards beyond the distance I just covered and crash into the ground. I can't tell up from down for a brief moment, but I somehow managed to break my fall. Okay! I quickly jumped to my feet. Kotori is... Shit, she's completely focused on me. She's supposed to be unconscious, but maybe she can sense astrons within a certain range. No, probably just like a self-defense mechanism. Either way, I need to brace myself for her next attack. Get the back, Mayu! A puff of wind blasts towards us. The winds behind us are shaking violently, and soil is being lifted from the very ground. Yet, these winds for some reason don't reach us. The area behind where Mayu's outstretched hands reach is unaffected. It's like they formed the wall. Mayu, your ability! She has the ability to fix astrons in place. She can essentially create an invisible wall in the air, which is super effective for stopping Kotori's wind. Perfect!
でも私の能力じゃこれが精一杯だよ。防げはするけど小鳥を沈めてはあげられない。今ここにサトル君を罠にかけたあの装置があれば。
We just gotta work with what we have. We have to get near her and knock her out somehow. It's our only option. Mayu, use your ability to block off the path to the school. I'll try to get her one more. It's no use. She's using the tornado to shield herself. It'd be impossible to even approach her, much less reach her. All of a sudden, though, after Maya positions herself, she calls out to Kotori desperately, with tears welling in her eyes.
もうやめて。あなたのことは必ず何とかするから。私とサトル君が。小鳥、私ね、恋人ができたの。こんな私でも好きになってくれる人と出会えたの。あなたにも紹介したいの。だからお願い。今はもう。
If the power of friendship somehow ends this right now, I'm going to fucking leave. An earnest, fretful, heart-wrenching plea. Yet it has no effect on her dear friend. Its frenzied state has stripped her of all her senses. All she can respond with are groans as her lifeless eyes widen. Mayu should be well aware that her efforts are meaningless, but even so... She continues to call out to her friend, her voice tinged with sorrow. The winds surrounding Kotori begin to grow more intense. The pressure is so strong now that I can actually feel my feet slipping, despite them being planted firmly on the ground. Think, what can I do?
約束は必ず果たすから。お願い小鳥、今はもうやめて。
That moment, something changed. I mean, it does make sense that at least, like, her brain is working. It's just that it's basically like suppressing the personality is how I would best describe it. It's basically like only the basest instincts are basically going into overdrive, as all brain activity is basically centered around the part that links with the astrons. That does make it so she can still technically see and hear. So even if it's a semblance of control, it will work. What I meant if the power of friendship saves this is yes, she screams out to her and suddenly everything is fixed. Then I would have left. That! She mustered up all her strength and will, risking her life to pull even a fragment of her subconscious up from the raging whirlpool in her mind. Maya's body springs upwards.
そんなこと私にいつも私を助けてくれた小鳥が初めて私に助けを待ってて小鳥
No! What's this music? It's more than clear that Mayu is dependent on Kotori from the stories I've heard, so it's understandable that she'd rush to her side after that cry for help. Oh, this is bad. I don't think there's any stopping her from the looks of it. She'd probably just ignore me if I tried to convince her. In that case, I'll just have to act faster. Immediately after stealing my resolve, I activate my ability to its maximum output. would normally never push my ability to these extremes. It puts far too much strain on my brain. This is a do-or-die situation.
サトルくん
Stay back, Mayu! Just boosting my physical prowess and reflexes won't be good enough. Need to hide my senses. Now I need to go beyond that and hide my mental processing power. Ah! I break out in a sweat as an extreme pain assaults my head. But I endure it and force myself to charge forward. Trudging forward, I also ascertain the flow of the wind with my heightened senses. I analyze the strength and pattern of it and use the information to my advantage. Okay, that is no longer a pain scream, that is just ah! Ah! Get blown towards Kotori! And I instantly close the distance between us. Kotori, I'm sorry! And headbutt. Tackler carried by the force of the wind. She's just fucking gone. She lets out an audible groan, and her body instantly goes limp. The violent wind surrounding us suddenly died down in the blink of an eye. Died? Do it. Ah! Takes almost all my remaining energy to catch Kotori as she falls unconscious, then lay her down on the ground. After that, I collapse, unable to endure the extreme headache and excruciating pain all over my body. I hear Mayu running towards us. Mustering the last ounces of my strength, I raise my arm and give her a thumbs up. Da-dung, dung, da-dung. Then my consciousness goes out. Afterwards, I was informed that Kotori had been put back into her capsule. The research center sustained heavy damage, and a few guards and researchers suffered injuries, but fortunately, there were no casualties. Of course, the loudness and force of the shockwave was intense enough to reach the students, which raises the problem of explaining the situation to them. That responsibility falls on the principal's shoulders. At any rate, I think I managed to handle the situation the best that I could have, and I'm glad for that.
サトルくん寝てなくて大丈夫
I have severe muscle pain and my head is throbbing, but I'm fine! I do wish for the sweet embrace of death, though! Yeah, my headache settled down, so I wanted to rest at a place where I could relax. As that, I'm not a fan of the nurse's office, so, sorry, but could you make me some coffee?
あとほら肩に捕まって
Thanks. Whew. Sink my body into a chair after reaching Mayu's lab. It's the first time I've ever ramped up my ability to that level, and boy did it do a number on me. Still exhausted, most likely as a result of the excessive strain I placed on my brain in such a short time frame.
サトルくん待っててねごめんねコーヒーはすぐに入らなくて
Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait.
大丈夫何でも言って何でもするから気分紛らわせた方がいいそれなら
I'm fine. Like I said, my head aches.
おっぱい揉むチューするそれともパフパフ
Puff, puff! I'll take all of the above, please. I'll take your entire stock!
じゃあどうぞ
She juts her chest out in front of me, and I proceed to fondle them to my heart's content. The sensation of my fingers sinking into these soft pillows does wonders for my weary brain.
サトルく
The tests are absolutely amazing. I can feel myself gotten better already. Medical tits.
んもっと元気になって私でありがとうサトルくん本当にありがとう
You get it.
じゃあ顔来て
Yes, ma'am.
どうパフパフも元気出る
The sensation is heavenly. My mind is about to go numb from the double-sized squeezing of her cleavage. This bliss really is causing my brain to recover. Glad I took up her suggestion without brushing it off as silly.
そうだよね。サトルくん、私のおっぱい大好きだもんね。
Seems to be back to her usual self as well, which is great to see.
と、コーヒーも入ったね。それじゃあ、ちょっと入れてくるよ。
Thanks. Safe by the coffee in a sense. If that went on any longer, the surge of vitality would have spread to my lower body as well.
サトルくんのエッチ。はい、どうぞ。召し上がれ。
Thanks. Wait, when you said enjoy, you weren't by any chance referring to your boobs, were you?
うん。でも、飲み終わったらね。
Still willing to go for more?
そりゃそうだよ。いくらでもしてあげたいよ。あんなに体張ってくれたんだから、サトルくん。
Is Kotori gonna remember everything that happened during that? During all the episodes where she was just in the frenzied state instead of the coma? So, like, she just remembers herself suddenly waking up in the pod, getting out of it, walking out just out of control, and then just Mayu bragging about her boyfriend before her boyfriend just full of body slams her, and she's suddenly gone again. Oh, somehow a hiccup and a burp at the same time. And I never want to experience that ever again. Imagine how much pain it would have been if it was a burp, hiccup, and a cough at the same time. That I do believe I would have died. Just instantly fucking dropped. Thank God it wasn't the same at the same time there. The hiccups are a very bad thing, though. Help!
でも、その前に聞いていい？最後のあれ、一体どうやったの？それまでは小鳥の風に吹き飛ばされる一方だったのに。
Alright. Sorry, I never did explain everything about my ability to you.
身体能力の強化だよね。
Well, that's what I claimed, but that was a lie. For undercover missions, we decided that it would be best to conceal the true nature of my ability to prepare for unforeseen circumstances. My actual ability is the ability to control my brain. Is she now gonna realize, oh my god, you should have mentioned that earlier! That is what we need!
じゃあ、私を腕にぶら下げたのは。
I think of it like a byproduct. I can manipulate my own brain into temporarily boosting my strength, like what it normally does during life or death situations. So earlier, with Kotori, I enhanced all my senses and brain power to read the flow of her wind, and... Maya? I paused, noticing a pensive look on her face as her hand rests on her chin. She eventually starts mumbling something.
アストラル使いは脳の特定部位でアストラルとリンクする。しかし、通常ならばコントロールできる範囲が使い方の部分のみ。唯一の例外は暴走状態。だけど、今の話からすると、サトル君はそれによることなく、ならば理論上はリンク値の上下動すら可能なはずだよ。
Her train of thought is moving lightning fast. What she seems to be contemplating is how my ability relates to control loss. My heart skips a beat once I realize the possibility she might be suggesting.
そして、メモリー繊維はアストラルを記憶するものであり、サトル君の脳活動の変化はアストラルによるものなんだから。
Mayu, does this mean what I think it means?
サトル君。
She lifts her head and nods vigorously. There's a glint in her eyes, a glint filled with hope. It then reveals her discovery.
最後のピースが埋まった。
フローチャート画
The
面
final
です。
piece.
お忙しいところ失礼します。
I'm pardon for the intrusion, sir. First off, there's some confessions we need to do for this to make sense. My boyfriend is a spy. he just looks over there. What? You didn't need to explain that part. A few minutes later, we barge into the principal's office.
ああ、この度の件、君たちの尽力には感謝する。おかげで小鳥は無事だ。研究棟の修復の手配もすでに行っている。学生への対処は今検討中だが、ひとまず君たちは
It's gotta be the truth you're gonna be telling them because we got the solution you're looking for.
そのあたりは承知しているつもりです。なので別件です。先日お出しした暴走抑制策の件。
はあ、経緯が経緯だ。今回のようなことがまた起こることは大いにあり得る。だがまだ
実現するために必要だったもう一つのファクターを見つけました。
She turns around and nods to me. I return the nod myself and then take one step forward. First off, I owe you an apology, sir. I falsified my identity and ability. I'm an agent of a secret unit working for the Intelligence Bureau and have the ability to manipulate my brain. I haven't cleared any of this! I haven't cleared any of this by Dad. It's a decision I arrived at after discussing things with Mayu. This is far more problematic than just a simple breach of confidentiality. But I've already made up my mind. Sir, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oi!
The hell?! Developing control loss suppression measures should also be beneficial for us. I mean, we already provided them with the memory fiber. Might as well take the initiative here and cooperate with them officially. In my opinion, this is a necessary step. I've already spoken with the principal. All I need now is your consent. Okay. His deep stern tone cuts off my attempt at negotiation. I'm sweating in anticipation, but all I can do is wait for his verdict. I can't lose hope, though, no matter what. Mayu's plan will never succeed if I keep my identity hidden from school. But please.
黙れと言ったはずだ。勝手に動いただけでなく、俺から事後承諾を取り付けようとは。しかもそんな理屈までこねやがって。お前は現場の人間だろ。それはお前の考えることじゃない。
Yes, I'm sorry.
おい、サトル、お前、この件に絡んでからは横紙を破ってばっかりだな。式部真由と積極的に接触するようになってから。以前のお前だったらこんなことはなかった。素直だったとは言わんが、俺の手のひらの上から出ることはなかった。
Alright.
なぜこうなった？どうしてそんなことをした？
Well, it's because...
大人になろうとしているんだな。お前。
Whoops.
俺の息子ってだけじゃない。一人の男に。だから生意気にも俺が考えるようなことまで考えやがった。違うか？おい。
Dad.
お前の言っていることは確かにその通りだ。俺もそれは考えていた。機会を計ってはいたが、お前の言う通り、このタイミングがベストだ。その意味ではよくやった。
Then?
だがまだ青いんだよ。認めていいのはタイミングだけだ。持ちかけ方も何もかも甘すぎる。最悪だ。ましてやサイドの独断専行は論外だ。ふざけるんじゃねえぞ。それについてはきつい処分をさせてもらう。
Yes, sir. I'm truly sorry.
しかしだ。
His tone suddenly changes, though. Shifts from a low, sharp to a powerful yet relaxed tone. He's fucking proud, man.
息子のケツを拭くのが親父の仕事だ。まだガキのうちはな。 これが最後になるだろうが。見とけ、親父の背中を。
Thank you so much, Dad!
リドルジョーカー。
I really wanted to just next day sit in the principal's office, so I haven't gotten clearance yet.
情報局特別班室長、有原龍之介です。どうぞよろしく。
吉華学院理事長、伊勢敦則です。
The very next day, Dad travels to the school to meet with the principal in person. All things considered, I didn't expect him to come this quickly.
サトル君のお父さん、超かっこいいね。悠々としてて、そのくせ果断の人って感じで。
Could you like stop fangirling about your boyfriend's dad?
そっか。サトル君も将来あんな
Don't forget that he's adoptive. He's a foster father. He's not actually my biological dad, so there's no guarantee that I'll be like him.
でも正直、ああなりたいでしょ?
Well, I do respect him. As goes without saying, Mayu and I are present as well. And one more for more matter of fact.
ちょっと、これ一体どういうことなのよ。
I was like, please explain to me what the hell is happening. I have no fucking idea. Whoops, Mitsukasu is also here with us. She just happened to be in the principal's office when we arrived. I expected her to leave, but apparently not. The principal didn't ask her to excuse herself, so she just sort of ended up staying like she wasn't meant to be here. Dad simply proceeded with greetings without batting an eye to her presence. Why are you still here? We're about to discuss something confidential.
私はいいの。学生会長だから。
Student council president of the school sure has a lot of authority.
とにかく、暴走をなんとかするためのことなのね。
Yeah, we are.
なら、私としてもやっぱり聞き逃せないわ。
If the principal has no issue with her being here, then she's probably privy to the information. What we need to focus on at the present moment are the negotiations between my dad and the principal.
我々に提携のご提案をいただけるということでよろしいだろうか。
少し違いますな。提案し合いたいでしょ。
さて、こちらからお願いする必要はないように思うが、何せ不法侵入を訴えてもいいくらいだ。
Yet he literally has the key to saving your daughter right now.
こちらはアストラル使いの行方不明者を追っていたりもしましてね。だが、ことが暴走なんてものに関わるのならば、ただ乗り込むのもうまくない。
Whoops, fuck.
ただ、先日ね、ちょうどそちらにいらっしゃる三笠綾瀬さんが不審者に襲われるってのがあったでしょう。あの犯人から面白い証言が取れましてね。
ほう。どのような？
どうもそちらの研究棟も合わせて襲おうとしていたらしい。
それは研究技術でも盗むつもりだったのか。
でしょうな。
This is exactly what you picture when you imagine a clash of wits between seasoned veterans. Judging from what Dad just thought. Does that mean the research center is connected to the missing astrals?
理事長、それはひょっとして
お姉さん。
君は口を挟まないでいい。
失礼しました。
Her what?
よくも黙っててくれたわね、有原くん。
I didn't know.
どうだか。
Well, I am lying, and her reaction only serves as further proof to me that I was right to do that.
サトルくん、私そろそろ焼けてきちゃうんだけど。
Sorry, I'll explain it to you later.
理事長のご心配は不必要かと思いますよ。少なくともここにいる人間はそちらが警戒されているような人間じゃない。ま、わかりますがね。なぜ暴走なんてものが2度も起こったか。しかも希代のアストラル使いだったあなたのお嬢さんにね。そりゃあわからないふりが望ましい。
なるほど。 そちらでも検討していましたか。
釜をかけただけですよ。見抜いて乗ったんでしょ。
What are they talking about? Never mind, I'll save my questions for later. It looks like they're entering the final phase of negotiations. All we can do is pray everything goes well.
立場と意見の一致を見ているということで、
どう思われます？
私もあなた方の存在は耳にしていた。
さすが名士ですな。
アストラル使いが受け入れられる世の中を作りたい。そのために暴走の抑制法を確立したい。少なくともその2点においてそちらとこちらが足並みを揃えることは可能だ。
それで暴走抑制法が確立できれば、こちらも細かいことは問えなくなる。悪い話じゃないはずだぜ。
確かにそのようだ。
だろ？
That smirks and the principal heaves a sigh.
提案がある。
こちらもだ。
Both shake hands firmly. You turn to each other and nod.
では式部君、有原君、取り掛かってくれたまえ。
Yes, sir! They're still going to continue negotiating the finer details, but we're free to go. And we've been green-lighted, we rush to the lab. We can start development on the suppression patch. We can finally start
改
development.
めてサトルくんのおかげだよ。ありがとう。
The both of us, you mean?
現実的には作るとなると腕輪のようなものが限界だろうね。軌道や計測、その他にどうしても機械的サポートが必要だから。けど鍵になるのは間違いなくサトルくんの能力。
Sorry, can you tell me everything I need to do in detail?
そうだね。確認の意味もある。ではまずパッチがどういうものかから。
フローチャート画面です。
Partnership, apparently.
サトルくんが能力でリンク値を下げた状態をメモリー繊維に記憶し定着させる。それにリンク値の計測器と例のアストラル地帯技術を連動させる。仕組み的には私がサトルくんを捉えた時の罠の発展系みたいなものだね。つまり着用した人間のリンク値を計測し一定以上で記憶させたサトルくんのアストラル状態を再現する。
So, the only question left is whether or not I can alter my link value.
そういうこと。今までしたことがないんだったよね。
Never even thought of that idea, period. I was only introduced to the concept of link values after arriving to the school.
それは仕方がないんだ。普通はリンク値を変動させることなんてできないし。
Yeah, but I'm still kinda confused. I don't get the logic behind recording my lowered link value to suppress control loss.
暴走はね、アストラルとの過剰干渉。許容量を超えてアストラルに干渉しちゃう現象ね。これによりアストラルを感知してる脳の一部が麻痺を起こしちゃってる状態なの。そもそもなんで過剰干渉なんてものが起きたのか、それは未だに不明なままなんだけど、とにかくね、リンクした状態で麻痺してるから半ば強制的にリンクを行い続け、それによるエネルギーを放出し続けてしまうと。
So basically, the link value just keeps steadily increasing.
細かいことは省くけど、要はどれだけ多くのエネルギーを生み出すかってのを分かりやすく数値化したものさ。ものすごく簡略化してるから、これも微妙に違うんだけどね。あくまでニュアンスとして。
Nice. I believe that's how she explained it to me that one time.
そうだね。リンク値はリンクによって生み出されるエネルギーの発生量を簡単に数値化したものだから。つまり一つの結果の数値ってだけではあるの。能力の優劣ではない。その生み出したエネルギーをどう運用するかっていうのも能力の優劣には関わってくるわけだから。
In other words, link values can't tell you how powerful a person's ability is.
さらに言えば能力の限界値でもないってことだね。 だからある程度なら上がってもコントロールできる人はいるだろうけど。
Sort of like how a driver with good fundamentals could still control the car at a higher speed than they've ever driven at.
その通り。けど暴走はその許容範囲すら超えるエネルギーを発生させるほど過剰にアストラル干渉させちゃうわけ。その上脳が麻痺しちゃうからそもそも制御不能な状態なわけで。
Yeah, which is why Kotori was so overwhelmed yesterday.
そう。小鳥ほどじゃない能力者でも暴走したら周囲に甚大な被害をもたらす危険性がある。
So the only solution at the moment is to put the affected person to sleep and forcibly cut off their astral linking.
そうそう。なんせ原因になってる麻痺はどうやら自然治癒することはないみたいだから、眠らせておいてその間に麻痺の治療薬をなんとか開発しようとしてたってわけ。けどこれがさっぱりできなくて。
So this is where the patch comes in.
そう、サトルくんの能力は脳のコントロール。それは理論的にアストラルによって脳の状態を変化させているという能力なのは間違いないの。
That's definitely how it feels to me when I use it too.
そして逆説的ではあるけどアストラルをコントロールしてるのも脳なわけ。つまりサトルくんの能力はリンク値のコントロールすら可能なはずなの。サトルくんのリンク値前に測った時は確か56だったけど、昨日小鳥に対して能力を使ってた時には確実にもっといっている。じゃないと理屈に合わない。あの後激しい頭痛と倦怠感に襲われてたでしょ。
I did, though I made a swift recovery thanks to your lips and breasts.
もう自信持っちゃうよ。
Because you are. That's the intention. You're the most school a guy could ask for, and I mean it.
ありがとう。でね。
Also, something I don't think I've ever pointed out. Don't know if you can properly see it. This here. This isn't a regular line in the end like this, as you can think. Basically, what happened there was, I think it was back in kindergarten, or I think it was either kindergarten or elementary school, the first 2 years. Basically, I was at a birthday party for a friend of mine, and we were just in there, and we were just basically on their terrace that had a bunch of sliding doors, so you can that were basically all glass. So you could walk out there, but you could also keep it shut for winter, so you can still sit in there without it being, cold as fuck. And basically, I was trying to get something from the other end of the table, so I was trying to get past the other kids. But I suddenly tripped, and of course, as a reaction, I wanted to catch my fall, which caused my hand to just nicely land on one of the things on the ground that made it possible for the door to slide properly. Let's just call it rails, one of the sliding door rails. And it wasn't let's say it wasn't exactly sharp, which made it worse when it suddenly forced its way into my arm, into my hand, and ripped it open the ball of my, this hand's ball. Which it still feels extremely fucking sensitive even at this point. It's extremely weird when it go over it. So yeah, that's why I have that scar. It was a very unpleasant experience. So anyways,
つまりあれはサトルくんが意思的に暴走に近い状態まで持っていったってことのはずなんだ。
And if that's true, then I never want to use my ability like that again. But that aside, so I can control my own link value with my ability.
一般的には不可能で、暴走時みたいに過剰干渉でっていうわけでもなく、ね。だからサトルくんの脳にリンク値を下げさせているアストラル状態というものをメモリー繊維に記憶させられるはずなの。
If we do put that on Kotori and activate it.
小鳥の脳も今の状態からリンク値を下げた状態になるはず。
I nod. Man, that is a huge responsibility for me.
そうだね。重大で、そして難しいとは思う。何せ、水を出しながら水圧で水を絞る、みたいなことを要求してるわけだから。
That already sounds impossibly difficult.
今まで上げることは体感的にできていても、下げるって発想がなかったんならなおさらね。でも必ずできるはず。というわけで、私はこれからパッチ本体の制作の方をメインに取り掛かるから。
Alright, I'll figure out a way to lower my link value with my ability.
お願い。リドルジョーカー。
Progress was being made now simultaneously on various fronts. Oh, it's 8.
フローチャート画面だよ。
The shape of love. What? Among them, the reconstruction of the research center, which was damaged during the recent incident. The official statement announced to the students was the following. The research center is currently under repairs due to an accident. Do not approach. Dad started periodically visiting the school to meet with the principal. He said that he'd be handling the talks, so I'm not really privy to any details, but I'd imagine they're probably just discussing the fine details of their cooperation agreement. In reality, he's just bragging about him.
なんせお互い腹に一物ありまくりみたいだからね。私も詳しくは聞いてないけど、どこまで妥協し合えるかとか、お互いが得し合える落としどころはどこかとか、そういうのだと思うよ。例えばほら、うちがエームスを使えないかとかさ、メモリー遷移の詳細データ提供の代わりにって。
She's thinking along the same lines as I am.
それより、
Hold on.
肝心のそっちはどうなの
Alright, I should tell you where we're at with the patch.
突版さんからステルス機能を組み込んだ際のデータなんかももらったからね。おかげさまで順調だよ。当初の見込みよりはるかに早くできそうかな。
Oh, that's great news.
この調子で頑張らないとね。それで一刻も早く小鳥を助けてあげないと。
Kotori's plea that day, or Maya's to save her, must have had a profound impact on her. Development of the patch is going apace, and we're nearing completion of a test version.
けど、肝心のサトルくんの方はどう？
Well, I'm gonna go back to practicing after this. But that's the problem. No matter how much progress we make with the patch, if I don't succeed, then all our efforts will be for naught.
やっぱり56以下にはならないですね。
Really? These past few days I've been working on trying to decrease my link value, but I haven't had any luck and I'm starting to lose patience. How am I supposed to control my link value through my ability in the first place? I have no clue how to approach this.
経験もなければ、そんな風にアストラルを運用しようという発想自体なかったとなるとな。
My goal is 20, but I can't even get the value to go below 55, which is where it's normally at. The average person's link value is 12, and the lowest required to use astral abilities is 20. So in order to suppress control loss, I need to get as close to 20 as possible. That's easier said than done. Sorry I dragged you all out here to help me. I'm not making any progress whatsoever.
そんなことは気にしなくていい。我々は仲間だ。仲間の力になれるなら本望だ。
Does that mean they now finally know that he's an agent?
いや、役には立てていないんだが。
Probably not. That's fine, most of this is dependent on me in the first place. I'm actually pretty grateful you guys agreed to help without even asking why.
そこは鬼金の言葉を見習わせてもらったんだ。わけなど聞かずともよい。お前さんが窮しているというだけで腕を貸すには十分な理由だ。痺れるな。確かに十分だ。
I've hardly ever seen this show, but I've hardly ever seen his show, but boy do I appreciate Unikin right now. Because unfortunately I can't exactly reveal the truth about control loss to Nijuin. Sorry for dragging you into this, Nanami. And you too, Mitsukasa.
さすがに見てらんなかったしね。サトルくん、ほんと一人で焦ってた感じというか、私はサトルくんの相棒なんだから当然でしょ。
Yeah, sorry for not telling you sooner.
本当だよ。サトルくんのバカ。
私はむしろ有原くんと敷部先輩にお礼を言う側です。有原くんが謝る必要はありません。
What's that?
それは言えません。いろいろ黙っていた仕返しだと思ってください。けどそうですね。ありがとうございます。このことに尽力してくれて。
When she was present in the office with us that day, I had a hunch she was involved somehow. She's not only the student council president who represents the school. There's something else special about her. But I have no intention of pursuing that right now. Which makes it easier for me if she's keeping quiet intentionally.
何の話だ?
Oh, nothing. I'll give it another shot. Everyone stay with me if you don't mind. With renewed motivation, thanks to my friends, I continue my link value control training. This is what I call the hip of love. I'm a fucking moron. However...
ダメですね。
Damn it! Couldn't produce results even after concentrating to the point of going out of breath. Fall to my knees with my hands to the ground.
私の時のようにイメージの問題なのか?
Even if it is, what the heck am I supposed to do?
こうなったらもうサトルくんの脳を直接いじるしかないよね。
Let's stay away from surgery, please.
っていうか、私のサトルくんをいじめないでー。あ、敷部先輩。サトルくん、大丈夫だから。ほら、胸に抱いてあげるからね。しっかりして。ほら。
というか、私たちが今敷部先輩にいじめられてる気がする。精神的に。ごちそうさまというやつだな。そうですね。
Ah, yes, it's about the flirting, not about the fact that she's flat as the fucking... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Mongolian plains? I don't know. Is Mongolia plain? I don't fucking know.
まあ、昼休みもそろそろ終わりますし、これくらいにしておきましょうか。
なんで胸なんか触ってるんです？
いえ、別に。
Lunch break ended in failure, so I was wanting to try again after school.
あんまり根詰めすぎてもダメだよ。
Sorry. Mayu told me to go to her lab, and I obeyed, feeling a little guilty for worrying her. I gulped down the coffee she prepared for me and inadvertently let out a sigh. Sorry about this. I know you want to save Kotri as soon as possible. If only I weren't holding everything up.
ねえ、サトルくん。
Yeah? Softly and lovingly. As again, she hugs me to her chest.
そんなこと言わないで。お願いだから。
She pleads to me in a gentle tone. But...
小鳥を早く助けてあげたいのは確かだよ。あんな風に助けてって言われたら、ずっと私の前で私を引っ張ってくれてたあの子から。
I strongly understand her feelings. Kotori is a very, very important person to her.
サトルくんのおかげだよ。
Huh?
大事に思うんなら、私が一方的に頼ってばかりじゃダメだよねって。サトルくんと私がこうなれたみたいに。
Mayu?
2年前のあの日は小鳥に頼ってしまって、小鳥はいいよって、眉はすぐいっぱいいっぱいになっちゃうもんね。
Whoops.
言って、それであんなことになってしまったけど、
She hugs me even tighter.
サトルくんと一緒に あの子を目覚めさせて。
She's gonna get out of the fucking out of the fucking coma completely healed now. Gotta say, that tackle, that's smart. By God, I want a piece of that now. Wait, what?
私はもう大丈夫ってちゃんとあの子に見せてあげたい。もうこんなにラブラブになれる恋人だってできたくらいなんだよって。だから肝心の君がそんなこと言わないでほしいな。
She takes her arm away from me and looks into my eyes as she speaks. Sorry. I apologize again, but with a noticeably different tone in my voice this time. I'll stop thinking negatively. Thanks.
ところで私も考えてみたんだけどね。
She smiles softly to me one moment and smirks the next.
リンク値がなかなか下げられないでいるのは多分サトルくんの体が知らない感覚だからだよね。
Yeah, I think so.
じゃあ逆にね、その感覚を他の手段で覚えたとしたら？
Huh?
そう、アストラルを使い果たしたみたいな感覚を体で。
Oh, those are the bedroom eyes. They will fuck all the way to a breakthrough. Then they fucked, by the way.
はい、拭き終わったよ。それじゃ出よっか。
Thank you! Thank you! I remember in Sabrina the Witch they actually just put in the nude sprites. And I was slightly mad about that because I had to censor that. But thank you! Thank you for just kind of like making a bust out of her. Which is funny because you're making a bust out of her, but you cut off her butt. Bust. Kind of ironic. You're not gonna put your clothes on?
まだ服に邪魔されたくないんだ。私もうちょっとサトルくんと。
On the shower, she washed my body in a very sexual way, but it didn't end there. And we're back out, she starts rubbing her body against mine and kissing me passionately. So I respond in kind.
おっぱい触りたくなっちゃった？
You started pushing them against me, I couldn't help it.
だって今日は後ろからだったから。おっぱいもサトルくんにあげたいなって。揉んで。
I couldn't hold back my urge to grab and massage her boobs from the bottom, but she doesn't mind at all. She's actually enjoying it and letting me. She even rests her cheeks on my chest. Her warmth tickles me with happiness and really makes me feel the afterglow. It's wonderful how devoted you are.
だってサトルくんすごいんだもん。あんなにたくさん激しく私に。もうこんなすごいことをお姉さんに教え込んで、そりゃ離れられないってば。
A whole new world, but Satoru and Mayu are fucking on the carpet. Why did I say that? I feel the same way, but I think you're the one who's amazing, Mayu.
Huh?
Thanks to your devotion, I feel like I've finally gotten a hold.
おっぱいを？
I know I'm holding them, but please! Look, this is what I mean. I pull her hips towards me and press my body against hers. I'll succeed tomorrow.
リドルジョーカー。
How was that?
ちょうど20。
BAM! That's all it took! You just had to fuck her hard!
フローチャート画面です。
Was it a success? Yes. Success achieved through fucking. Noon the next day, after gathering everyone and preparing the measuring device, I once again practiced lowering my link value. Finally, I see the desired results. Yes! I knew this would work!
やったね、サトルくん。でも、今まではまるでダメだったのに、一体どうやったの？
Well, at the beginning, I was training while mentally picturing a faucet being closed, which was probably influenced by our conversation about the properties of astrons.
確かにしてたね。
But today I visualized the flow of water itself stopping. Sort of like what you did to me yesterday. Whispered into her ear and realizing what I'm referring to instantly, she turns red. I got the idea from when Mayu fixated my what? 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 Huh? Explain! I'm confused! What? I may need to get the patch just to see what the fuck that means! Huh? Huh? What? I'm gonna ask someone in the Discord server about that later. What? I'm fucking confused. Help. That didn't happen. Nah. Probably would have come instantly, but since she fixated in place, I couldn't come no matter how much I wanted to. Since I was stuck in that state for so long, though, my ejaculation became that much more intense. What the fuck? Okay, I understand slightly what could be the thing he needs, but still, no. Astrals that lose control probably aren't affected that way. If they can't interact with astrons, no energy will be produced, which means that the solution isn't to cut off the link, but to freeze it. All you have to do is stop the astrons. And all we have to do from there is apply the original analogy. You just turn the faucet off while the flow of water is frozen. And it worked like a charm.
So.
Can't thank you enough for your devotion.
またしようね。
Of course.
水自体の流れを止めるイメージ。さっぱりわかんない。
そもそも脳を操作するイメージすら湧かないからな、我々だと。でも何がきっかけでそんな発想の転換ができたんですか？
You do not want to know. Mayu and I both glance at each other.
ないしょ。
なぜ識部先輩が？
My mouth is sealed.
怪しい。
Anyhow, the finish line is finally within sight.
あとはメモリー繊維にフローチャート画面だな。
Probably should have let it finish first.
あとはメモリー繊維に記憶させて組み込んで動作確認するだけ。でも
What's so funny?
このパッチンね、サトルくんとの関係性が変わるきっかけになったあの罠と同じアストラルの地帯装置と私たちが付き合うに至った時間にあったメモリー繊維と私たちがきっかけで結ばれた突版と学院の提携で入手できたデータと
And Kotari was saved to the power of sex! It's fucking stupid.
何より私たちのエッジで掴んだサトルくんのアストラル操作で出来上がることになるの。
Oh my god, I just realized. Considering the power, the abilities Ayasa has, is there gonna be zero gravity sex? And, Nanami's ability is the whole, like, speed up the body's natural regeneration. Does that speed up production of a certain something as well? There's some weird potential in this game, and I don't know what to think about it. Anyways. She giggles as she speaks.
まるで私たちの愛の結晶みたいなものだよね。
I inadvertently snort as I do a double take, but that doesn't sound bad, not at all.
なんて。
Alright then, let's produce the fruit of our love together.
サトルくんに言ってもらうと、すごい恥ずかしい。
But it has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
うん、すごくドキドキもする。じゃあ、サトルくん。
Yeah.
思いっきりして。
You're talking about the memory fiber, aren't you?
さて、どっちかな。ちなみにある程度時間かけてしてくれないと満足できないんだからね。サトルくん、男を見せてね。すぐ終わらないで我慢して持たせてね。
You're not making this any easier!
メモリー繊維に記憶させること以外に何があるの？
And you know full well. And you were so shy and reserved before.
いやらしいサトルくんにいやらしくされちゃったんだもん。でもこれは小鳥には内緒ね。
Yeah, I know, your dirty side is mine alone to sing.
リドルジョーカー。
フローチャート画面です。
Reuniting and embracing. Alrighty then! I'll go take a break. I'm not gonna hit the part yet. You thought I was gonna hit the part, didn't you? No, you didn't, because you can see the fucking, like, the play bar down in the corner below. But the guys on phone that weren't didn't actually have that open, they had a heart attack for a second, didn't they? I'm an asshole anyways, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. The walk upstairs hurt. Let's keep going, and finally... The principal takes a supplement, then turns towards us. Must be exhausted from all the strenuous work he's been tasked with as of late.
何度も動作確認はしています。理論上も問題はないはずです。暴走状態にある小鳥のリンクレベルでも。
わかった。では装着と昏睡処置の解除は私が行う。
理事長。
Appalled, Mitsuka rushes towards the desk.
理事長が危険を冒すことはありません。私がやります。
Let Satoru handle it, since he can, like, knock her out immediately if it doesn't work. But we all know it's probably gonna be Mayu that's gonna do it.
お二人を信用していないわけではありませんけど、もし万が一のことがあったら。
万が一ならばもう起きている。これ以上は繰り返したくはない。娘がそれにさらされることは。
The principal stands up after Mitsukasa backs down. We're still surprised by the argument just now, but he turns to explain to us calmly.
実のところ、彼女も小鳥のことはよく知っていてね。
そうだったんですか？
だから察してもらえるとありがたい。
That explains a lot, actually.
だが最悪の事態には確かに備えるべきだ。なので至急防備体制を最上位レベルで敷く。それには有原室長、
前々から言っていた通りうちからも出しましょう。というより出さないと今後がね。これからがむしろ本番だ。
Annoying.
お互いに。そして式部君、有原君。
はい。
Yes.
君たちは屋外で待機していてくれたまえ。安全確保のためにはそれが望ましい。 いわば最終防衛戦であり、そして式部君、
はい。
君のもとへ無事に小鳥を連れ帰ることをこの件の最終段階とする。
Something feels weird about my fingernail just now.
では始めよう。
Control loss suppression patch is finally complete. We'll be able to wake Kotere from her coma at long last. Principal Issa declares the start of the operation. Several minutes have passed since the principal went inside. Maya has been waiting anxiously for the door to open.
さて、せっかく直した研究棟がまた壊れることにならないのを祈るのみだな。
I hope you're gonna do more than just pray. We'll have a hard time if you don't do your job of supervising personnel in an emergency situation.
お前らと一緒だ。やることはもうやってある。研究者たちの安全確保を含めてな。
Oh, so the SFD is taking care of that.
サトル、お前、暴走はなぜ起きたと思っている？
Huh? Well, because a part of the brain becomes paralyzed from astral overflow.
そもそも、なぜ過剰干渉なんてものが起きたかだ。
That's still an unsolved mystery. I kind of just assumed it because Kotri wasn't a powerful astral whose link value was extremely high to begin with, but...
細かいことは俺もまだわからん。が、例の襲撃者たちがなぜか研究棟内のデータを持っていたってのがあっただろう。おそらく同じ話だ。
The reason for Kotri's overflow. The reason that an information with ties to an anti-astron faction had data on the research center. Just now, Dad said that he'd secured the researcher's safety. So there's a possibility that there's a spy and Kotri's control loss was intentionally induced.
さてな、とにかくその辺が俺たちの今後の仕事だ。ま、お前は別のことに当たってもらうつもりだから、今の話は忘れてくれていいが。
What's that?
もはや式部真由は突版と学院双方にとって欠かせない人材だ。おそらく今後はますます
Bodyguard.
現場で判断ができるお前についててもらわないと困る。
Dad?
式部先輩、有原君。
Tsukasa calls out to us. I quickly turn my eyes back towards the building. Now, a second later, the door slowly starts opening slowly.
悟君。
Yeah. She's shaking with nervousness and fear. I hold her shoulders firmly and support her body. It's okay. Everything's gonna work out. Last time she woke up, violent winds were raging all over the place, but there's none of that now. Which means that, at the very least, we were able to suppress the excess energy from flowing out. The remaining concern lies with her mental state. Has she regained consciousness? Has she recovered enough to be able to live normally? The most important question of all, will she be able to maintain that state? Please. No more no more of those violent outbursts of wind. Give Mayu her best friend back. She worked so hard, so long for this moment. Eventually a figure gradually appears. A girl in a hospital gown walks out, supported by the shoulders of the principal. She's wearing a bracelet-like object on her left hand. It's a suppression patch we made. Last time I saw her, her eyes were blank, but now they're not. Those eyes slowly focus on Mayu.
小鳥。
That's not a hospital gown. That is a stray jacket. Why the like weird booby exclusion isolation strap thing? We did it!
悟君。
Go on, she's waiting.
小鳥。
Mayu bolts towards her. Kotori releases herself from the principal's arms and, well, still unbalanced and limping, also staggers towards Mayu. The two then share a tight hug. After 2 years apart, they've finally been reunited.
有原君
As I was gazing at their heartwarming reunion, the principal had approached me. He bows to me slowly and sincerely. But frankly, it surprises me.
何より君の決断あってこそだ。ありがとうございました。
Principal Issa, I never expected him to thank me this way. I can truly tell how much he loves his daughter. Realizing that fills my chest with warmth. Mitsukasu places her hand on the principal's shoulders as if comforting him.
有原君、私からも本当に。
Mitsukasu,
さあ、言ってあげて。あなたたち二人が起こしてくれたんだから。
yeah, thanks. After we exchange nods, I walk towards the two girls still hugging.
サトルくん、小鳥、彼がいてくれたからなの。
Nice to meet you, Kotori. I'm Arihara Satoru. I begin introducing myself to her and start to bow. Kotori. She stares at me with wide eyes, causing me to panic a little. Why? Did I do something to surprise her?
素敵な人でしょ。
Mayu moves her arms, ending her hug with Kotori, and smiles while boasting about me.
小鳥、私、あなたがいない間も頑張ったんだよ。散々、あなたがいなきゃって弱気になっちゃってたけど。ごめんね。もう大丈夫だから。だって私、こんなに素敵な彼が。その辺は聞いてたから、なんとなく察しはついたけど。え？
She heard?
あなた。
Huh? Oh, yes.
わかる。あなたの力が私をこうしてくれたの。体ってあなたを感じてる。
Phrasing! Help! What?
それってサトルくんのアストラルが付与されてる状態だからってこと？うん。私の中にあなたがいる。あなたを感じる。私、こんな風に寄り添ってもらえたら、あなたのこと。
Calm down. Calm down. Wait. Hold up. She got feelings for me as a side effect of that patch. Maya shrieks and frantically pulls my arm towards her. She even locks my arm in between her breasts and starts squirming.
サトルくんは私の。
Oh God, those are real tears in her eyes!
から小鳥でもダメだもん。私のだもん。サトルくんは私の彼だもん。サトルくんが愛してるとか言っていいのもチューしていいのもおっぱい揉んでいいのも全部私だけだもん。私いっぱいしてもらってるんだから、サトルくん何回も私で気持ちよくなってくれてるんだから。
Wait, you're the one who mentioned not mentioning any of that to her? Calm down! Woman! I can't believe what's coming out of her mouth. She's so hysteric that at this point she's like a runaway train. And worst of all, I think everyone else can hear this, including Dad and Mitsukasa.
ね、サトルくん、そうだよね。そうって言って。
Panic.
言ってよ。頑張ったのにね、マユ。違うもん違うもん。サトルくん照れてるだけだもん。サトルくんってそういう可愛いところもあるんだもん。それはますます素敵だね。ダメ。小鳥はダメ。そんなことしちゃダメ。私の彼に。
フローチャート画面です。
Well, at the end of the day, surprise patch, was a success. Two best friends were reunited after 2 years of being apart. Only problem is that apparently everybody cured through this method is immediately gonna fall for him, apparently? What the fuck is happening? What is going on? I kind of ended up being stuck in between, though. Alright, did I read the last line?
リドルジョーカ
Was I being retarded?
ー読み返しますか？
I did read that last part.
フローチャート画面ですね。
Their joy, apparently. Honestly, though, I never expected my life to end up like this once I first passed through that gate. One of those unexpected happenings is the new relationship between the SFD and the school.
これを世の中に公表するのはまだ少しタイミングを見たい。それよりもまず量産化や改良のための生産開発ラインを確立することが優先でしょうな。
小鳥ほどのアストラル使いはまずいないにしても、暴走には様々なケースが考えうる。そしてその全てに対処できる状態を整えねば、アストラル規制派はいつまでも矛を収めますまい。
というわけで、今まで以上に。
今までの路線でお願いできればと。
In the past, we hid our identity and infiltrated their school. But now we formed a new relationship. Of course, our relationship built entirely on trust. Both organizations are trying to negotiate to their advantage. However, now the development of the suppression patch is in place, their cooperative stance has strengthened. While there won't be any drastic changes to their plans, they'll likely be cooperating in other areas in the future. The most important thing to me amongst all this change, though, is how Nanami and I will proceed from here on out.
てわけで、サトル、お前もそっちをよろしく頼む。
Okay, I'll be off. Nanami will be with me for a while, but
ナナミちゃんはあくまでサポートだ。甘いんじゃないぞ。お前がしっかりやれ。それと、学業の方もな。次の試験でいい点取らねえと、原稿は絶対に解かん。
Yes, sir! My glasses are annoying me. I've been assigned a new position as a special agent for Kika Academy. My main duties will be bodyguarding and assisting with development. In other words, I'll be working with Mayu and Kotori. Nanami will also be staying at school for support.
護衛と開発の方はサポートできるけどさ、サトルくんの処分の方は手伝えないからね。
Yeah, I know, I won't pester you about it. You're a grade below me, so I'll have to take care of school stuff on my own. I received a huge pay cut as punishment for acting arbitrarily amongst all the other violations. But there is one caveat. If my grades improve, my pay will steadily climb back up to its original amount. Basically, it's an act of kindness on Dad's part, giving me a reason to motivate myself from here on out. And I'm very thankful for that. The pay cut is pretty brutal, though. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't living in the dorms.
3年の式部先輩になら問題ないけど、ってこと？
She's gonna be super busy, so I can't possibly bother her with this.
なら、どうしてもダメな時は私に。
Above all, if we spend all our time together studying, we won't have any time to flirt. No, you're just like, I was about to be nice, and you had to ruin it. What is it?
知らない。サトルくんのバカ。式部先輩たちなら中庭だから、さっさと行っちゃってよ。
Okay, I'll go. Later then.
行ってらっしゃい。
It was only pissing her cup of coffee. Make my way to the courtyard and find them almost immediately. The two third-year girls are surrounded by the students.
サトルくん。
Oh, she looks cute.
マユのお待ちかねの人がやっと来てくれたみたいだね。
They smiled at me as I approached them while smiling back. I said I never expected my life to turn out like this, and that's all thanks to these two. They're virtually the very representation of my new life.
有原先輩、遅いですよ。
Sorry, I had a little meeting to attend. Why is everyone surrounding the two of them, though?
そりゃまあね。事情を聞いたら顔見せに行かなきゃって気にはなるよ。
Did they all say about his whole being an agent thing?
何せ2年も入院生活を送った後での復学だからな。
Or not.
しかも入院当時で3年だったとなるとね。
うん。当時の同級生は残っていないことになる。となれば早く顔見知りができた方がいいに決まっているな。
Kotri was forced into a coma for 2 years because of the lack of cure or treatment options for control loss. Since it was necessary to keep her situation on the wraps, her data was erased from both the school's student database and AIMS. Now that she's recovered, though, her data was immediately restored and officially states that she was hospitalized.
でもたった一人識別先輩が学院に残ってたのは本当良かったですよね。
そうだな。おかげで我々もこうして縁が持てたわけだし。
留年様々ですね。
というより、識別先輩はこのために学院に残り続けていらっしゃったんですよね。
まあそういうことだったんですか？
確かに言われてみれば識別先輩ほど優秀な人が理由もなく留年するはずなかった。
たった一人で親友の帰りを待っていた。女神ですか、先輩は。
Maya said it wasn't something that she should bring up herself, so I didn't touch upon it. I don't think Mitsukasu would be the one to, though. Didn't even know that she knew either. How much information is she actually privy to?
仲良しだね。
それよりそろそろ休まれた方が、まだあまりご無理は禁物です。
Yeah, she's right. Let's sit down at that bench.
あとはお願いします、有原くん。我々はおいとましましょうか。二条院さん、周防くん、千咲さん。お先に失礼します。識別先輩、伊勢先輩。
Whoops, fuck. Kotori spent 2 years in that capsule, so her strength has deteriorated severely. It's almost a miracle she can walk, which is all the more reason to be careful. Mayu and I take her to a bench and have her sit.
マユに肩を貸してもらっちゃった。嬉しいね。すごいよね。2年間マユが待っていてくれたなんて。
She smiles softly. She smiles softly, looking truly happy indeed. Kotori turned out to be a rather mild-mannered, refined person. She was probably raised in such a remote environment, being the daughter of the principal. It seems more than fitting.
そりゃそうだよ。私のせいでもあったんだから。
もうそれは違うって言ったでしょ。あ、でも違わなくてもいいのかな。
Are you sure about that?
だってマユが頑張ってくれてたっていうのまで否定しちゃったら申し訳ないなって。
Kotori?
すごいよね。嬉しいよね。あのマユが一人で2年も。寝てる私のところに何度弱音吐きに来てたかって感じではあるけど。
それは言わないでよ。
Well, I described her as mild-mannered, but there's clearly a subtle hint of snarkiness to her personality.
だいたい昏睡中も話しかけられていたことは聞こえていただなんて反則だよ、それは。
私に言われても困っちゃうな。
It certainly was a surprise, and I understand Maya's embarrassment. But thankfully, it was also the reason why Maya's voice reached her when she first woke up during that incident.
でもごめんねマユ、いっぱい辛い思いさせて。
そんなこと。
暴走を解いてもらった時つい悪ふざけしちゃったのも。
それは本当に改めて謝ってほしいな。
Oh, that was a joke. That was a mean joke.
あのタイミングであれはなかったってば。小鳥、ひどすぎる。
散々寝ながら聞いてたから、この人がマユの彼か
So that explains the act she put on when she woke up. Yeah, she's definitely a bit snarky. I guess she wouldn't have been able to lead Mayu in the past otherwise.
それにね、ちょっと悔しくて。寝てる間に追い越されちゃったなーって。
小鳥。
うん。小鳥がいないとダメーって、それこそ昔からよく言ってもらってたけど、まゆはもう私がいなくても頑張ってくれてたんだもんね。まゆはもう私なんかよりずっと大人なんだよね。それはサトルくんのおかげなんだよね。
うん、小鳥。
自分でちゃんと見つけたんだよね。私、あなたの姉みたいな気分でいたから、しょっぴり悔しくて、ものすごく嬉しいの。
もう、ありがとう、小鳥。これからはあなたばかりに負担をかけたりしないから。
そう言ってもらえるようになったのが一番嬉しい。自分が目を覚ますことができた以上に。
ダメだよ、それも喜んでくれなきゃ。
フローチャート画面だよ。
I should probably wait
ダメ
before
だ
I
よ、
check that.
それ
I'm
も
a
喜んで
moron.
くれなきゃ。
はーい。
Your reunion between best friends after 2 long years spent apart. So, I'm proud and so delighted to have been a part of making this happen. Which is why seeing Kotori's smile fills me with joy.
で、サトルくん。ね
Oh, yeah, what is it?
えねえ、どんな風にマユと恋人同士になったの？
Huh? Well,
知ってるんじゃないの？その、お見舞いでサトルくんの話いっぱいしたはずだし。
可愛いとか素敵とか優しいとかおっぱいガミしてたとかしか聞いてないよ。
言われてみればそうだったかも。
聞きたいなー、聞きたいなー。あ、大丈夫だよ。私大抵のことには引かないから。
引くようなことはなかったってば。ないよね。ないよね、サトルくん。
心当たりはあるっぽいね。
ないってば。
よしよし、大丈夫だから。
their mental ages should be the same now, but I guess this is how their relationship is going to settle. Well, considering their personalities, I can see why.
で、どうなのかな、サトルくん。
Well, explaining the whole story would take too long, so I'll just sum it up with these words. Circumstances led me to realizing I didn't want to lie to her, if no one else. And it was the same for her.
わ
That was the spark that led to us eventually dating. Right, Mayu?
本当に。お互いにいっぱい言えないことを隠し合ってたけど、言えなかったっていうことから始まったみたいな私たちだったけど、だからこそって。
Played a part in it too, Kotori.
そうそう、もう後悔したくないって。
By the way, can we just talk about how much the fucking soundtrack for the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks slaps? Because that soundtrack fucking slaps. Anyways.
すごい、私キューピッドだね。
Yeah, I suppose you were.
二人で一緒に小鳥を助けようって、その、まあ、その中でいろいろ深め合っても来たんだし、ね、あれとかもね、サトルくん。
Yeah.
あれって何？
内緒。
She dodged the question in her usual manner. I must burst out laughing in spite of myself. But
人のキューピッド相手にごまかすのよくないと思うな。
Huh? She's actually pursuing it! None of our other friends ever do that! And considering what we were just talking about, we can't deny her claim.
あれってどんなこと？
それは、
Okay, calm down there, Misty. Just normal stuff the couples do. Seriously, Mayu, why are you acting so flustered right now? You'll flirt brazenly with me in front of all our other friends all the time. All you're doing is passing on the embarrassment to me.
この子、思いっきり素なんだもん。この子もこういうのには疎かったの。だから本当にわからなくて聞いてきてて。
But now that you mention it, she's undoubtedly older than me, yet there's a childlike curiosity to the way she's asking about it.
そのくせ知りたいと思ったらきちんと理解したがる子なんだよ、小鳥ってば。そんな子に、エッチのこととか説明するとなったら、1から10まで詳細にわたってになるに決まってるよ。どうしよう、サトルくん。
There's no way out of this situation, we're completely doomed. She's the principal's daughter and Maya's best friend, so I knew she'd be different from the rest, but damn is she formidable! Still, I have no choice, I have to weasel my way out of this somehow.
二人が仲良しなのは分かったけどね。
As I said earlier, basically.
うん。
But by the way, Kotri, isn't it time for your checkup at the research center?
泣いちゃうよ。
サトルくん、ここはもう覚悟を決めて。あのね、小鳥。つまりこういうこと。
Ah! I was wondering what she was gonna do, but I really didn't expect the sudden kiss out of nowhere. But I get why. Picture's worth 1,000 words, so instead of explaining, we could just show her. She's... Oh no, that's just worse. That's definitely better than explaining what sex is in graphic detail. Alright, I'm in! Daisy initiative and stave off Kotori's further questioning, putting my tongue in Maya's mouth and kissing her fervidly. I think that's a bit too much.
マユ、どんどん力抜けてる。ピクピクってしてる。
Please don't narrate this! I'm narrating. Hi. That's what she meant!
すごい。二人とも大人。
Her honest reactions are only making this 10 times more embarrassing.
なるほどね。ありがとう。納得しました。
Not to hear. But Mayu, she's got the picture now, so you can...
サトルくん、いきなりそんなすごいキス。ダメだよ。気が遠くなっちゃうってば。
Mayu! Mayu!
すごいんだね。恋人同士って。フローチャート画面ですね。
Still their joy. After taking Kotori to the research center, we went back to the lab and settled down. Why did I almost say secret lab?
やれやれ。でも冷静に考えると小鳥の言う通りすごいことだよね。
Yeah, who would have thought that we'd end up in a relationship where we kiss each other like that? You a researcher stationed at my infiltration destination, and me, a spy on a secret mission.
その前に風蘭児童学園にいた同士だったもん。
I should put this away. Why did that suddenly fall down? I didn't touch that thing that bottle cap in any way. True, I did have a big influence.
だから私たちは数年越しに奇跡の再会を果たした幼なじみ同士のカップルみたいなものなんだよ。
Really is amazing.
愛しくてたまらなくなるくらい。
Mayu?
サトルくん。
The two of us kiss lightly out of everyone's sight. She touches her lips, savoring the moment, while staring up at me with watery eyes. It's a sight that brings me no small amount of joy.
ありがとう。大好き。
Love you too.
コーヒー入れるね。
Thanks, much appreciated. Come to think of it, now you'll finally be able to fulfill your promise with Kotori. Suddenly it came to mind, so I bring it up. At the very least, you'll both be able to graduate.
ああ、うん。そうだね。小鳥はともかく、私は研究者もやってたから、あんまり卒業って実感湧かないけど。でも、もちろん、小鳥との約束は果たしたい。そのために3回も3年生やってたくらいなんだし。
She paces herself back towards me.
でも、ね、ね、私の未来は、もう、小鳥についていければそれでいいっていうものじゃなくなってて。
She then blushes in a familiar manner and stares up at me.
つまり、どういうことかというと、ね、小鳥も分かってくれると思うの。
She gonna repeat a year? I get it.
もう2年も留年しちゃったんだから、もう1年くらい。
Mayu, interrupt her before she finishes. I've decided what I want to aspire for. Rather, I finally made up my mind. Can't say my pay cut isn't a factor in me wanting to better my grades, but even if that wasn't the case, I'm gonna study diligently from now on. Up until now, I've never really had a life goal. I just worked as an agent of the SFD, following my dad's orders. So I was never really motivated to study. It's different now. I've been reunited with you, and we're in a relationship now.
サトルくん。
I'll do my best to catch up to you, so I want you to go on ahead with Kotori. I'm gonna catch up to you. Maya,
はい。
will you live with me? I found a new goal in life. I want to live with the love of my life.
サトルくん。
She jumps into my arms, unable to contain herself. She buries her face in my chest. And nods firmly, sealing the promise. So that's the idea. What I aim to become the kind of person both the SFD and the school can rely on.
サトルくんがね、相当苦労するだろうけど。
I know, I'm not really convinced I'll be able to do it either.
まあ、頑張って、サトルくん。おやすみね。
With that promise, the after story scene better be them living together, married or something. Yeah, good night. I lie down in my bed after returning to my room. I gotta do my best to achieve the future I want. This might just be the most unexpected change of all, to be honest. Get a little sentimental after I turn off the lights. My life has changed in a big way since coming to the school. I found a woman whom I truly love. Thanks to her, I found a new purpose in life. And I'm not alone. I get to share that dream with another. This is bliss. Had I not come to the school, I would have found the satisfaction. Open my eyes upon hearing sounds coming from my window. Is that? None of me. Mayu! I dashed to the window and opened it wide.
ありがとう。お邪魔します。
Did you come down using a rope too? That was my initial assumption, but I don't see anything resembling one outside. Actually, her room isn't even above mine, so she couldn't just drop down with a rope. She probably made steps with her ability. And how? She didn't seem to have any difficulties doing it whatsoever.
私のアストラル能力で階段上に足場を作ってきたんだよ。
That's convenient as hell. None of me would be so jealous.
私も自分でこんな使い道があったかってなったよね。自分内で一気に株が上がっちゃったよ。
So her ability is actually really fucking good. She was just too stupid to utilize it. Yeah. The way back is a lot easier since you're using stairs and you can easily make a secret route.
目には見えないからちょっと怖いっていうのだけがたまに傷だけどね。
But why did you do this?
そんなの決まってるじゃない。
She smiles mischievous and straightens her posture. And she then proceeds to bow down slowly.
呼ばいに参りました。あんなことを約束してもらったら女はもうたまらないに決まってるんだよ。だから来ちゃった。サトルくんのせいだからね。女に呼ばいなんてさせたのは。
Can't help but burst into laughter. She really is the best girl that man could ask for. I won't get tired of her for the rest of my life.
笑うなんてひどいんだ。乙女の決死の覚悟なのに。
Sorry. But since you're for a trust, what are you gonna do to me?
それはね、こうです。
She tackles me with her entire body, giving all her joy and affection to physical form. Fall backwards onto the bed. And then they fucked! I just realized that the title of the soundtrack has Kimochi in it, and I suddenly do not like it anymore. After that, she collapses from exhaustion. I catch her gently and embrace her lovingly. What if this had a similar CG as Sabbath the Witch with Meguru, where they're actually cuddling naked? But again, in Sabbath the Witch, they decided not to censor Meguru's nipple. Why is it that they made an all-ages version for Sabbath the Witch, but didn't censor some of the stuff? Like, they censored the first scene with Ayachi, where she was just, like, humping a table. But they won't censor nude sprites and a naked Meguru cuddling with a fucking main character. At least make it like a fucking, I don't know, candlelight? Anyways, you can sleep in my new room tonight. I'm not about to kick out a girl who made love to me so passionately. I'll wipe you clean, hold you all night, and I won't let you go until morning. We slept snuggled up together the entire night. She looked so fulfilled. It was possibly the same. Our faces might have even stayed that way while we were asleep.
リドルジョーカー。
フローチャート画面ですね。
Pleasant morning together. Like, I'm assuming it should end soon, but it's not ending. Following morning, I wake up to a pleasant smell. And I hear the voice of my sweet girlfriend.
ちょうどよかった。今入れたところだったんだよ。そろそろサトルくんも起きてくれそうってなんとなく察してたのかもね。愛の力で。はい、サトルくんの分召し上がれ。
I looked towards the kitchen and noticed water boiling along with a package of instant coffee I bought some time before opened. Thanks. Coffee always brought us together, huh?
しかも お泊まりしちゃった翌朝でしょ。どうしてもね、モーニングコーヒー入れてあげたくなっちゃったんだ。
After she hands me my cup, she takes hers and has a sip. I smile back at her and take a sip from mine, following along with her. This tastes good for instant coffee. Must be because you made it.
ならよかった。でも勝手に開けちゃったのはごめんね。今度代わりのものを買ってくるから許して。
Actually, I'll just leave that coffee specifically for you to use and make.
それって。
Scan her body with my eyes, telling her indirectly. She strapped herself in a blanket to cover herself, but otherwise she's completely naked underneath. She's also covering her shy smile with her cup, making her all the more alluring.
もうヘッチ。そんな風に期待してもらえたら、予売が習慣化しちゃうんだよ。
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
私も素敵だったのは夜だけじゃないんだもん。眠ってる間もずっとサトルくんの息遣いと体温を感じてて、幸せって起きたら朝までこんな素敵なんだもん。
But I felt so wonderful after waking up, honestly. Being able to spend time with my girlfriend in the morning after passionately making love the night before, drinking coffee and laughing together. Feels like the sleep isn't a cut-off point. It continues. It's continuing. My relationship with her, I can feel it. That's what happiness feels like.
またね。
Of course.
さすがに連日は難しいだろうけど、将来は毎朝でもね。
That sounds good. Great even.
頑張れちゃう？
Oh yeah, does happiness is gonna stay until we can spend every day like today?
その後もだよね。
Yeah, of course. Never imagined that I'd be waking up and spending a morning like this. In the future, I imagine I'll look back and laugh at myself for thinking that. By my side will be this wonderful girl. Ending credits. I'll turn off the cam and just shut up, I suppose. There's the cutie. Oh, come on! Now she has to fish that fucking thing out of her coffee! It's gonna be hot, you know? Anyways, many months have passed since that memorable morning. Today, on this early spring morning, I'm hurrying towards the school entrance. The air is abuzz with noise coming from the crowd that's formed in the distance. Some laughing, others sobbing. For the day is a special day. It's the last day of school for the third-year students. Today we bid them farewell. Graduation day. So I'm late, you two!
サトルくん
遅い。
Since I fully expected her to leap towards me, I managed to catch her firmly into my arms. Into my arms, I hug her tightly, and she hugs me back. While smiling, I peek down to see her eyes drooped in happiness as she looks up at me. Looks like catching her satisfied her enough to make up for my late arrival.
もう、小鳥と二人でハラハラしてしまってたよ。サトルくんが見送ってくれないと、ちゃんと卒業にはならないんだからね。
Sorry, I made it, so I'll get to that now. Congratulations on graduating, Mayu.
ありがとう、サトルくん。先に行って、待ってるからね。
Yeah, I know. I promise I'll catch up to you soon.
じゃあ、約束と誓いのチュー。
ハイカラさんのお見送りする二人だね。
Right, sorry for ignoring you, Kotori.
そうだよね。小鳥もサトルくんに見送ってもらわないとだもんね。
私、待つのは得意だから、後回しで大丈夫だよ。なんせ寝ながらなら、2年も助けを待てるくらいだしね。
I really don't know how to respond when you make those jokes, Kotori.
じゃあ、私は2人のハイカラなプレーをかぶりつきで見せてもらえる特権階級だからいいんだよって。
A little too suggestive!
でも、そういうことなら甘えさせてもらおっか、サトルくん。ってわけで、
Oh, so you weren't joking about the kiss.
前は恥ずかしいって嫌がってたのにね。
今日は特別な日だからいいの。
Feels like every day is a special day.
細かいこともいいの。
That's blasphemous for a researcher to be saying.
ここ卒業しても、あと4年は半分学生気分なんだし、別にいいんじゃないかな。
さすが小鳥、いいこと言うね。
きちんと卒業してのけたくらいだからね。
うんうん、5年かけてでもね。ってわけで、あとはサトルくんに追いかけてもらうだけなんだよ。
かぶりつきー、ワクワク。
It's times like these when the intimacy between best friends shines the most. But right now, I'm the one who wants to get intimate with her. Right, guess all the people around us will have to deal with it. Okay, close your eyes, Mayu. Wouldn't be quite right to say that I'm not bothered by the fact that people can see us. It's just that I want to show someone how happy I'm feeling.
サトルくん。
I want her to know that I love her, even if it is a bit embarrassing. Today is a special day, marks a milestone in our journey together. So I move my lips towards hers, and kiss her, symbolizing a new chapter in our lives. Almost as if exchanging a vow, a promise. In their hands, they hold their graduation certificates. Some they worked for 5 long years for. I'll catch up to you no matter how many years it'll take.
でも、あんまり待たせすぎないでね。早く来て。それで、
Ah, we'll drink coffee together every morning.
今から楽しみだね。
Separation, silence, reluctance, fear. You've now graduated from all those phases with a smile. That's soon enough, we'll wake up together every morning with a smile. Can't wait.
Riddle Joker,
I'll accept.
おまけですよ。
Should be extras, no? Scene select. It's the movies. That's her ending theme, I suppose. It's the opening. Which was it again? Hold on. Wasn't that... Was it relatively faster? They played when they had to infiltrate the actual research lab? Well, gallery mode. I'm pretty sure I remember that there being like extra scenes as well. But is that something that's only in the actual... Is that only something that's in the patch? I suppose it is, oh well. So yeah, that's Mayu's route. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and yeah. Since there won't be a video tomorrow, most likely, I guess you get to decide which you want to go for next. That seems Ios's route, I think. Don't know, it's that one. But that one is Mayu's. Oh no, these are always the extra. This is probably Nanami's though, since people seem to really like her theme, and this one sounds very good. This one is obvious who it is. So anyways, so like I was gonna say, since tomorrow there's gonna not be a recording, technically, not of a game at least, I'm gonna be recording a little New Year's greeting. So I may actually upload that the same day, potentially. I don't know yet. Anyways, so yeah, basically that's what I want to say. So basically you have the entirety of the weekend to decide who you want to see next. So put it down in the description, put it down in the comments below, then despair because it doesn't fucking matter because I'm going for Husky next. I already figured out order in which I'm gonna do these rounds for. Basically, I'm gonna go Hazuki. I'm gonna Hazuki, Chizaki, Nanami, Ayase. That's how I'm planning to take on the routes right now. If you have any kind of complaints about them, about the order I'm doing these routes in, well, fucking sue me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye bye.